counting center is actually counting the votes of Patel Nagar, Rajendra Nagar, RK Puram, Greater Kailash, Delhi, Kant and New Delhi. And that is why the candidates from New Delhi constituency, as of now, Sandeep Dixit is inside. Apart from that,
all right, first
Bhardwaj,
leads have come in. First leads have come in. They're showing on the screen. Let's go to the News 18 live result hub. Griha, where is this lead coming in?
Yes, it's Najafgarh, Anand. We have Shailendraji. Shailendraji, from where is it coming in and who has the lead here?
So we have the first call from Najafgarh, our reporter there. He has updated us that Najafgarh, on the Najafgarh seat, we have the BJP candidate who is leading at the moment.
Najafgarh, it's BJP. That is leading here, Anand. So the first leads, BJP gets it.
Neelam Pehelwan of the BJP is leading in Najafgarh. It was a seat won by the Aam Aadmi Party 5 years ago. You have another lead. This is New Delhi constituency. Parvesh Verma of the BJP is leading in the New Delhi constituency against former Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. 2 leads have come so far. 4 leads have come. There are 2 leads have come, one from New Delhi constituency, Parvesh Verma leading, and the other from Najafgarh in the outskirts of Delhi, Neelam Pehelwan of the BJP leading.
So early leads, postal ballots being counted. Rao Shankar coming to you. There,
of course,
so there is RSS and someone who's got quite deeply networked with the RSS sitting right next to you. So, but to the 2 gentlemen, good morning. Yes.
He's in a black shirt. Very quickly, just wanted to say, a facetious remark, Abhijit.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Look, just very quickly, this is one of the 3 larger area-wise constituencies in Delhi, and this has a significant number of Jats, Najafgarh. But, you know, again, coming down to this number, there are 3 lakh more women that have voted from last time, right? And they're spread across 40 constituencies. How is this woman vote going to translate on the ground?
There's one more from Jangpura. The BJP candidate there is leading, Mr. Marwa. Tarvinder Singh Marwa is the first time candidate.
Who switched to this particular seat just a month ago. There was a lot. Now remember, at least a third of the AAP's total deployment of MLAs are either fresh faces or people who've changed seats. So there is a significant anti-incumbency that they have sensed. But again, as I'm saying, if this vote is going to be, you know, within 4 or 5%, it could be a long day for us, because I'm telling you that the AAP is going to keep a hawk eye. They will constantly say that ये इलाके में आपने हमारा पूरा वोट नहीं काउंट किया, वहाँ पर आपने नहीं किया, मशीन यहाँ ठंडी पड़ गई. This is going to go on through, because they've already, as you saw, Mr. Sisodia, went straight into the counting center. He is not interested in anything else.
Very, very early days, but the former Chief Minister, Mr. Kejriwal, former Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. Sisodia, both trailing. 1 lead for AAP from Malviya Nagar, where Somnath Bharti, the sitting MLA, he's leading. So 1 lead for AAP, 3 leads for the BJP.
Not a very happy early trend for the Aam Aadmi Party. You know, I think Mr. Sisodia and Arvind Kejriwal, they would have liked to start with a bang right from the beginning. But it's interesting that Jangpura should have been a cakewalk for the Aam Aadmi Party. And if Mr. Sisodia, and many exit polls also showed that his situation is kind of wobbly, that really is a pointer that Aam Aadmi Party should have got its act together, given him probably a safe seat. Jangpura was considered a safe seat. Strange that even from the word go, his situation is not happy.
Smita Prakash, if this election is going to come down to credibility, the more honest, right, then I'm afraid this is not looking good.
Yeah.
If that is the perception that is dominated.
Yeah.
Chetan
This is a brand Kejriwal election, like basically the value of brand Kejriwal before and after, because BJP has won in Lok Sabha 7 out of 7, twice, right? This is a very BJP loving state, clearly. But when assembly elections come, they vote for AAP. Why? For one guy, Arvind Kejriwal.
Yeah.
Now, if they don't do it now, that means they are back to like, okay, let's just become, you know, he's not who we thought he is, or he's not the same anymore, and we can discuss all day why. But I think it is a test of brand Kejriwal.
What if it flips?
We've got one more lead from Burari, again in the outskirts of Delhi. I believe the outskirts of Delhi will really decide who wins Delhi. Burari seat, Aam Aadmi Party leading. Yeah. But pay attention to also the changes that are happening. 4 gains, all 4 seats that the BJP is leading right now, all 4 they had lost 5 years ago. So the gains
Early days, I
The AAP had 62 seats, so
RK Puram,
BJP starting with the postal ballots, you know.
RK Puram, South Delhi constituency,
Prime Minister Modi
BJP, Anil Kumar Sharma is leading from RK Puram.
Here, Chetan Bhagat's observation, even
Prime Minister Modi also trailing in Varanasi, everybody got very excited, like on the other side, and then that didn't happen.
Yeah, these are early leads, so that's what I'm saying. It's too early in the day, but even in the early leads, like Smita Prakash said, the AAP would have wanted to get off the blocks, because I remember 2015, 2020, the AAP was seriously off the blocks. It was not that it was playing catch up, and that number just kept racing. It just kept racing. That's what happened.
Najafgarh is where Nadda ji had started his campaign from. Outer Delhi, the 21 seats, they have paid a fair bit of attention this elections.
Look, I mean, I slightly disagree.
Let's ask him how
I
would
slightly disagree with Nalin on one point. I do believe that, look, the BJP has a lot of skin in the game here, because the entire thrust of the agency-led, inquisition of the opposition, they have to combat here. If Kejriwal comes out smelling of roses,
there are more outer Delhi constituencies. Vishwas Nagar, Om Prakash Sharma of the BJP leading. Shahadra, which is again in the Jamna Par side of Delhi, the AAP candidate is leading. Jitinder Singh, Sunny of the AAP is leading. So 3 leads for the AAP, 6 for the BJP, 1 more. Chandni Chowk, Satish Jain of the BJP is leading in Chandni Chowk.
Wow.
Very high percentage of Muslims there. Again, very, very early days. Postal ballots, but the BJP candidate leading in a Muslim-dominated constituency in Old Delhi of Chandni Chowk. To 6 to the BJP, 3 to the Aam Aadmi Party. Very, very early days.
On the leaderboard,
Chandni Chowk, exactly.
Muslim.
Yes,
they've got a lot of the Punjabi Baniya community. Yeah, so there is a very strong RSS BJP kind of
used to be Congress
population.
and BJP Gad. Now the other aspect is that even if the BJP hits about 10-15 leads, it will be for the first time they're seeing even in leads that such numbers are coming in Delhi.
It's all around that same area. Chandni Chowk, Matia Mahal, Bali Maran.
Yeah,
but 6 and 4 right now, 10 leads early on. We said by about 8-10 is when 8-10, 8-12 is the first leads to come. That's exactly what happened.
So one more, Lakshmi Nagar, again East Delhi, Jamna Par constituency. The AAP candidate is leading. Bibi Tyagi of the Aam Aadmi Party is leading in Lakshmi Nagar.
So it's got, I think 11 are being plotted. Yeah, one more.
7. So one more from Rohini, which is of course Virendra Gupta's seat. He's leading from that seat. He was the leader of the opposition in the previous assembly. So 7-4 is where we are right now. The BJP running away with the early leads. Like I keep saying, pay attention to this figure. It's 4 gains. So whatever the BJP is winning, those are seats that were won by the Aam Aadmi Party earlier. Right now, the big news is Arvind Kejriwal is trailing, and so is his friend and colleague Manish Sisodia in both New Delhi and
Kalkaji is not
This
reporting
may change.
Yeah, this may change.
But let's do a thought experiment. What happens if Arvind Kejriwal loses?
Well, I think if the icon of the party loses, the party will also lose.
Yeah, and the
party wins.
I think that would be a contradiction. It would be a rarity.
Leadership crisis, existential
No, but it won't matter.
West Bengal, Mamta.
Look at the TMC thing.
On the question of BJP versus AAP, see, I wasn't saying that it won't be a setback for BJP if it loses. What I'm trying to say is, in terms of the scale of the impact, for AAP it's an existential crisis. If BJP loses, it's not an existential crisis.
Yeah. All right, Okhla is Kalkaji is reporting the CM is trailing. Ramesh Biduri of the BJP is leading. Very early, but yes, in all 3 constituencies, Kalkaji, the sitting chief minister, New Delhi, the former chief minister, Jangpura, the former deputy chief minister, 3 iconic candidates of the Aam Aadmi Party, all trailing.
So if you
all
say
3
that
trailing.
The postal ballot tends to be the middle class.
Well, one more lead.
Karawal Nagar, Kapil Mishra of the BJP is leading. This, of course, again a sitting AAP seat. Karawal Nagar won by the right now Kapil Mishra of the BJP is leading.
Please hold your thoughts, Rahul. Going across to Griha at the news live result hub. Yes, Griha.
Yes, there's one more. Saurabh Bhardwaj of the Aam Aadmi Party is leading from Greater Kailash. That's one other lead that has been given to the Aam Aadmi Party so far, Anand. Right now, we just called, in fact, Karawal Nagar, Kapil Mishra, BJP. There's AAP. In fact, Satyendra Jain is also leading from
Shakur
Shakur
Basti.
Basti. That is also there, Anand. That has just, in fact, come in. So a lead there for Aam Aadmi Party from Shakur Basti and Greater Kailash. Atishi
Okay.
is trailing.
Right.
So that's there.
Right. So
And there's one from Badli, Devendra Yadav from the Congress. First
He's
lead
the sitting
for the Congress party. Yes.
He's the sitting Congress state
So
president.
Congress
Badli.
also finds itself on the leaderboard after a decade.
Yeah.
It's just the leaderboard as of now. It's the leads. Rahul Shivshankar, 9 and 6. These are the early leads. The early leads show a lead,
But
trend
AAP is
towards
down
the
by
BJP.
6 in the early leads.
Yes.
And these are postal ballots. So
Yeah.
it tends to tell you that middle class voters generally are the ones who, I don't know if this is true or not, but postal ballots dominated by the middle class, would you say, Nalin?
Yeah.
And if that is the
Middle
case,
class
then
also,
perhaps.
also by government employees
Government employees.
Amanatullah
middle
Khan.
forces.
So as
fundamentally,
Amanatullah
so-
Khan is leading in
and that by the way
Okhla.
is a core AAP constituency.
Yeah.
Amanatullah Khan is leading in Okhla. So you have Amanatullah who's leading, Saurabh Bharadwaj who's leading in Greater Kailash, Somnath Bharti who's leading in Malviya Nagar, and of course in Shakur Basti, as Griha was saying, you have Satyendra Jain leading. Also Rajouri Garden, Manjinder Singh Sirsa of the BJP is leading in Rajouri Garden. Used to be with the Akali Dal, now with the BJP in Rajouri Garden.
But amazing
he's
to see
leading.
that the unanimous reaction to Saurabh Bharadwaj is that's expected.
Yeah.
Now, one leader where across political party lines there is a certain level of respect and also the work that he's done and his constituency. There is no questioning this over the last 12, 15 years. That's Saurabh Bharadwaj.
The
Yeah.
BJP didn't give out tickets because nobody wanted from the BJP to fight against Saurabh Bharadwaj. So giving a ticket also became an issue that inke saath kya ladna, because even the BJP voter in that area was like, this is a good man, so let's not. And as far as the question which Chetan asked, if I may come in on that, that what happens to the AAP in case Arvind Kejriwal loses. See, look at the TMC thing. Nandigram happened. In spite of that, it didn't dent at all Mamata Banerjee's hold over her party or over her electorate. So even if Aam Aadmi Party wins and Arvind Kejriwal doesn't manage to hold on to the New Delhi constituency,
Could
I don't
Saurabh
think
Bharadwaj
he's
be the
going
chief
to-
minister?
One more. Patparganj,
If-
Patparganj, which was Sisodia's old seat, he left that seat. The BJP candidate there is leading, Ravinder Singh Negi of the BJP leading there against Arvind Ojha of the Aam Aadmi
Yeah,
Party.
one more lead for the AAP.
One more AAP, which is in Kirari, which is in West Delhi.
Double figures.
Yeah, BJP into double figures for the
Anil
first time in a decade.
Anil Jha of the Aam Aadmi Party leading in Kirari. So
for the first time in a
Such low
decade that the
bar
Congress
for the
is
BJP.
finding itself on the leaderboard, and the
Anything
first
is
time in a
better.
decade in the Delhi Vidhan Sabha that the BJP is in double digits, the AAP leading in 8. Yes, Griha.
This is what we have so far. Right now, the last one that we have just, in fact, spoken is Kirari. Anil Jha of the Aam Aadmi Party, BJP, Ravinder Singh Negi from Patparganj is leading. Rajouri Garden, it's Mr. Sirsa who's leading from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Rightfully said, Congress, we also have Amanatullah Khan, Okhla. He is right now leading from Okhla. Aam Aadmi Party, another number that's going to Aam Aadmi Party. But Congress, of course, finding itself on the leaderboard here with Devendra Yadav leading from Badli. So that is the latest that we are picking up as far as the
Seat
postal
conversion.
ballots are
So
concerned.
viewers, just keep an eye to the left of your screen, and this is to my right and to the left of your screen, seat by seat. Who holds the seat, which party, and who is leading? I think this would be a nice reckoner as you're looking at this leaderboard, and of course the key
But in
race
early
alerts,
days,
and then the halfway mark. Who's ahead in the race to this magic figure of 36 that gives you the majority
So
number?
we have one more. This is
lead,
Moti Nagar, Harish Khurana. Again, recognizable face on television. Moti Nagar, Harish Khurana of the BJP leading.
The sting operation
Well,
is
let
what
me
you're
just
talking
tell you
about.
very quickly, quick observation. The conversion rate here of the BJP early days is quite high. It's 50% plus. That
Yes.
will give it a lot of sort of, at this moment, hope. But remember, things have changed. In Haryana, things changed dramatically in just a matter of 20 minutes after 10. So let's just hold our horses here.
But
Things
still a
can change.
two-horse race only.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
two-horse race. It's expected to be, but I would be interested, of course, to see how much the Congress weans away from the AAP, because they're sort of looking at this only from a voter turnout, vote share perspective. They're not looking at seats. that
Just
much.
quickly, as more leads are coming in, if the AAP loses the national impact of it, let's say two scenarios.
I think the India Alliance is in trouble.
Taking forward from what Nalin was saying, let's say the AAP wins but Arvind loses, or AAP loses. Two scenarios. What will be the knock-on effect going forward?
It could be, the Delhi unit could be on a collision course with Punjab in that case. Because Punjab, I mean, is safe for two or three more years. Kejriwal is out on bail, Manish is out on bail. It's not exactly the Mamata situation,
Yes, it's not.
Smita said, and Bengal is a far bigger state that way.
No, and Mamata had 211 MLAs. That's a huge number.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
you can't
the
not
fact
make
is
her the
that
chief
it's
minister.
Arvind Kejriwal who sort of has, even if you look at Punjab, picked Mr. Maan. He's picked all his people. If you begin to lose credibility in the eyes of the electorate, it will obviously impact on the larger party. Yes, they might squeeze through if I don't know, if Mr. Kejriwal loses and the AAP wins, it won't be a dramatic win for the AAP. It might be a seat more or a seat.
So we have one more. This is from Rajinder Nagar. Again, Umang Bajaj of the BJP is leading. This is Durgesh Pathak's seat of the Aam Aadmi Party. Again, one more pickup for the BJP. So the BJP now leading in 13. 9 of those seats were ones that were won by the Aam Aadmi Party. So that is huge.
Yeah, Ravi Srivastav, Nalin Mehta, let's take this conversation forward. What's at stake? Will the AAP start looking beyond Arvind Kejriwal? If the result is that 37, 38 seats for the AAP, Arvind loses, Atishi loses, what happens then?
I think there's no question of AAP looking beyond Arvind Kejriwal. If Arvind Kejriwal is loses thing, then AAP splinters apart. Because like Rahul said, Arvind Kejriwal is AAP. I think the big difference between I take the point which Smita was making about the Mamata example. However, I think the big difference between Bengal and Delhi is, Bengal there is also a very strong regional identity and Mamata embodies that. In Delhi, you don't have a regional identity of that kind. There is no sub-ethnic identity in Delhi of that kind, right? So, Delhi is a very specific movement of the middle class, movement of a certain kind of politics, and if Kejriwal loses, that means his primary USP, which was this image of cleanliness, all of that gets dented, and he loses political power. This is a party that has never been out of political power since it was formed.
And don't forget, the AAP could implode. It could begin splintering. People could begin to quit. People will challenge for the leadership.
And in Punjab, the AAP is also become a regional party with turncoats from everybody else over there. They don't have necessarily the kind of allegiance to Kejriwal as people in Delhi have. So
neither do they have national ambitions. They are very happy being a regional Punjab party. They will say,
you
know what, we are on our own, thank you, bye-bye.
You have the Simranjit Singh Badal man, you could have the AAP man. You never know.
2 points which I want to make. Three sons of chief ministers fighting elections, one trailing, which is Sandeep Dikshit, and the other two doing. So you have Gen Next of former chief ministers who are fighting this election. Very interesting situation, especially in the New Delhi constituency, where 2 sons of chief ministers against Arvind Kejriwal. But I kind of disagree that AAP doesn't have national ambitions. I think they very much do.
AAP Punjab.
AAP Punjab will...
If they split and they say, we are happy to give Punjab a gold alternative, we'll run Punjab, we'll be very happy with this state. That's the thing.
And parliament election which was fought by AAP, of the 400 seats, they got 4 seats and all from Punjab.
So they have national ambition. I don't believe that Aam Aadmi Party lacks that ambition. In fact, it's the reason why it's been the fastest growth that you have seen of any political party.
So one more seat, Vishwas Nagar, the BJP is leading there again. This is all East Delhi seats. Patparganj, like I said, Mr. Sisodia's old seat, there the BJP is leading. You also have one more seat, Shadra in East Delhi. Again, the Aam Aadmi Party there leading. One more seat we have in West Delhi from Palam, Kuldeep Solanki of the BJP is leading. So the BJP used to be a West Delhi party. Now they seem to be getting their sort of mojo back in West Delhi. From Sadar Bazaar, Manoj Kumar Jindal of the BJP leading. Again, Sadar Bazaar in Old Delhi. In Chandni Chowk, the BJP candidate is leading. So 2 constituencies in Old Delhi we know the leads for, both of which the BJP candidate seems to be leading. So it is 18-8. More results for the BJP from Rithala in North Delhi. The BJP candidate leading there from Rohini, which is where Vijender Gupta is leading from. So in North Delhi, in West Delhi, again in South Delhi, now from Bijwasan, Kailash Gehlot, who used to be the AAP minister, the transport minister, changed parties, joined the BJP. Kailash Gehlot is leading from Bijwasan in Outer Delhi. So clearly...
That's very interesting. Because it shows that there is therefore some sort of sentiment, pro-BJP sentiment. I just want to know...
Not just pro-BJP, there's an anti-AAP sentiment. If Kailash Gehlot,
pro-BJP or anti-AAP.
This kind of map we haven't seen for the BJP in 28 years.
So Zach, I just wanted to ask you on that point, the Prime Minister focused on 3 or 4 areas. how are those seats doing? Because
RK
he made a very emotional.
RK Puram, for example, where his last rally was, the BJP candidate is leading from there.
20
Kumar
leads
Sharma.
for BJP. First time ever, 20 leads
Again,
for the BJP in about
most
a
of it
decade.
coming from North Delhi, Sultanpur, Majra, the BJP candidate Karan Singh Sharma is leading. Mangolpuri, the BJP candidate is leading. In Rithala, the BJP candidate is leading. Couple of seats from Bhavana, the AAP candidate is leading. And from, of course, Kirari, again, the AAP candidate is leading. So BJP opening seats in Northwest Delhi. It's quite significant because they didn't have these seats
and
before.
the high turnout areas, right? These were the high turnout.
From Balimaran, the AAP candidate is leading. So in the 3 seats in Old Delhi, yeah, we have 1 for the AAP and 2, Sadar Bazaar and Chandni Chowk, going to the BJP.
I might make a point here. What's interesting in this is, what our data hub is showing is that compared to Lok Sabha 2024, which is when BJP won 54% of the vote, BJP is up even from that in these seats by 10 seats.
By 10 seats.
So, so if this trend holds, and we don't know if it will hold, in the seats that we have trends for, BJP is doing even better than what it did in the Lok Sabha.
That's quite something. No, Rahul, I was just saying, there's a difference between pro-BJP and anti-AAP. Because in Punjab, it was not a pro-AAP wave. It was an anti-Rivaayati parties that saw the AAP sweep the Punjab elections. So if this time around, it need not necessarily, because there will be people who would say that I am not going to give to AAP, so I will give to BJP. It's not because I want to give to the BJP.
Well, it's an interesting one.
That
I mean, that's very interesting. Of course, the margins will tell us, the overall result will tell us.
21-10 right now.
I just want to make one small point, and if you think about it, the BJP has actually played a local campaign this time. They didn't go into the national issue. There was no polarization. There was no, no one coming out making those speeches that sort of were off color as in the past. But yes, significantly right now, it seems that the Muslim vote is not moving from the AAP. So in some seats where the Muslim vote will perhaps have an impact, may stick with the AAP, but generally the trend 17 plus, 32, the conversion rate, just look at the conversion rate.
It's also a possibility that the Muslim voter may not have come out and voted in big numbers this time. They would have steered clear saying, I may not want to vote for any of the other parties, but I don't want to vote for you either.
But the turnout
they may also have decided not.
Constituencies have been higher.
But
because Zafrabad and all of that.
By default.
All right, we have more from Wazirpur. From Wazirpur, Poonam Sharma of the BJP is leading. Rajesh Gupta of the Aam Aadmi Party is the candidate there for the AAP. So one more result going in favor of the BJP. This is Poonam Sharma. Ragini Nayak of the Congress is also fighting from that seat. We have more, like I said, BJP is winning in pockets where it has never won before, certainly not in the last 3 decades. It's winning in Old Delhi, it's winning in West Delhi. For example, the Rajouri Garden seat, Mr. Sirsa is leading there. Neighbouring seat of Moti Nagar, Harish Khurana is leading. The seat of Patel Nagar, again, the BJP candidate is leading. In Rajendra Nagar, the BJP candidate is leading. So clearly, if pockets of Delhi, areas of Delhi where the BJP never opened its account, we have one more coming in. This is in South Delhi. Just taking a quick look at what that constituency is. From Palam, like I said, the BJP candidate is leading. From Dwarka again, Pradyuman Singh Rajput of the BJP is leading. South, West, Central Delhi, Old Delhi, Northwest Delhi, even in some parts of East Delhi, which was the AAP's stronghold, you've got a couple of seats where the BJP is currently leading in. So 23-10.
Is it now reflecting the Lok Sabha 2024 projection onto the Delhi State Assembly? Is there
still early days? It's still early days.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the trends going out because there it said 52 seats for the BJP, isn't it? The Lok Sabha.
Yeah. In the seats we have trends for, the BJP is doing better in those seats than it even did in 2024. However, 2 interesting trends I want to add something to what Zaka was saying. See, remember we were talking earlier that how AAP's primary vote bank is the Juggi clusters and in the lower strata of economic strata. In the Juggi seats that we have, or the seats with the Juggi influence, BJP is winning 10-1 right now.
10-1.
If you look at that's one. Second is when you look at the lower income seats, in those ones also, BJP is ahead 7-4. So if there is anything to be made out of this early trend, these 2 things are very telling if you combine that along with the Lok Sabha projections.
Lok Sabha projections. So going to the live results hub just with the information to our viewers, along with the leads and results on the screen. Keep an eye to the right of, to my right or to your left, to the left of your screens, because here we'll try and get you all the breakdowns that both Nalin and Zaka are speaking about in terms of the clusters, in terms of the pockets, and of course the regions all across the state of Delhi. Yes, Griha.
Okay, we have got 3 more leads. Anand, Seelampur, we have AAP leading. Mustafabad also, Adil Ahmed Khan from Aam Aadmi Party. Srinagar, there's a BJP lead of Tilak Ram Gupta. So these 3, 2 for AAP and BJP 1.
24 and 12. So the BJP twice as much as the AAP.
I don't think
as
this
of
is going
now.
to turn. I know Haryana, whatever.
Yes.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Famous,
what I'm
famous
saying
last word.
No, Chetan, what is Chetan's
commentators
I don't think the trend will change.
That's what's going to happen.
that the trend will not change. So that's it.
It's unlikely.
At 8:30, at 8:33,
at 2015.
at 8:33,
That's a
8:36.
This is a small.
Smita was talking about
at 8:36, Chetan Bhagat is saying
It gets counted.
that these trends will hold.
They have to hold.
Chetan Bhagat is saying at 8:36 a.m. that these trends will hold. There will not be a Haryana-like flip that's going to happen.
May I add an update here?
Chetan's going to get trolled anyway.
I've just got an
Doesn't
update.
matter.
After hearing Chetan, they started frying the jalebis.
No, I think the first sip of coffee or the first chip that went in, and then that's the gut burst. That's how
How
it
is
got
it likely to change now? I mean, is it all going to turn around and like from 37?
It's only postal ballots so far.
No, I think
Just how
EVMs
many
would have
postal-
started. EVMs would
just
have
as
started.
that.
8:30 onwards,
Yeah,
EVMs
5
would have
minutes
started.
The
First round
election
of
commission is
counting
just
would have
reporting its
started.
first lead. The election commission is reporting one leads right now, officially, where BJP is leading from Vishwas Nagar, Om Prakash Sharma.
So that is also
that's
already
59.
being tracked.
That's already, Vishwasnagar is already on
That's
the
already
Just very
been tracked.
quickly-
Now, here is where I'd like to clarify, and Zaka, you can weigh in on this, that why is it that we are showing you leads on 37 out of 70 when officially the EC is only showing 1? Because at our count, at all the counting centers, News 18 reporters are on ground, and once the number is verified, there is a process that the EC officials have to go through in terms of authentication. But those numbers are out there, and our reporters are aware of those numbers, and that's why we are giving you these. In a short while from now, you will see the EC coming to these numbers only with respect to leads. The EC will also come to these numbers in a short while from now. It's the technicalities that we are able to escape, and our phones buzz faster, and that's why we are getting you these numbers. So these are the real numbers as of now.
All right, so 24 to the BJP, 12 to the Aam Aadmi Party. So the BJP getting almost twice of what the AAP is getting. But I keep pointing, look at the gains. 19 of those gains have come to the BJP on sitting Aam Aadmi Party seats. 20 losses for the Aam Aadmi Party.
And the
So even if you take
conversion,
62, they are down to 42 already.
24 out of 37, that's a big conversion rate right
For,
now. And that
24
looks
out of 37
ominous.
is the
It looks
conversion
ominous.
rate.
But just
for-
think about the Congress right now. Just think about the Congress. I know, we've always said that this is going to be a two-horse race, but the Congress not doing very well in Kashmir earlier, out of the equation, Jharkhand junior partner, Maharashtra gone, Haryana blown out of the water. This is not looking like a party that has been able to sustain some of the momentum it picked up in the Lok Sabha. Now, was that an aberration?
No, does this have
I
credibility
would
in the
disagree.
India Alliance? Will they have the support to lead the India Alliance and be the fulcrum of the India
He
Alliance?
disagrees, so let's hear him.
I disagree. I think if Mr. Kejriwal loses in Delhi, if AAP loses in Delhi, it's a huge opportunity for the Congress. Also, we have to look at the wait and look at the vote share at the end of the day. If Congress actually comes close to 10 or more percent, then it's good for Rahul Gandhi.
You think?
Kejriwal
All right,
is
some of the Northeast Delhi seats, Rahul was asking about it. So Gandhinagar, Arvinder Singh Lovely, who used to be with the Congress, now with the BJP, he's currently leading in Gandhinagar. Shahadra, Sanjay Goyal of the BJP is leading. In Vishwasnagar, again, the BJP candidate is leading. In Patparganj, again, the BJP candidate is leading. Mr. Kapil Mishra is leading from Karawal Nagar, neighboring constituency of Mustafabad, where they had a sitting BJP MLA. The MLA from Karawal Nagar was changed to Mustafabad. He is trailing. The Aam Aadmi Party candidate is leading in Mustafabad. But I think in Northeast Delhi too, which was the gut of the Aam Aadmi Party, you're seeing a whole bunch of saffron around there. And I think the BJP across regions, like I said, in Sadar Bazaar, their candidate is leading. In Chandni Chowk, their candidate is leading. In the neighboring constituency of Balimaran, the AAP candidate is leading. So in Old Delhi, 2 seats, 2 pickups for the BJP. In Outer Delhi constituencies, Kailash Gehlot, with the AAP, now with the BJP, Jat influence seat. He's leading in Bijwasan. From Palam, again, close to the airport, Mr. Solanki of the BJP is leading. From Dwarka, again, West Delhi, people talk about the expressway and so on, has had an impact. Pradyuman Rajput of the BJP is leading. So in West Delhi, again, BJP running up big numbers. Northwest Delhi, which used to be a weakness for the BJP, Rithala, the BJP candidate, is leading. In Mangolpuri, the BJP candidate is leading. Then you have, of course, Rohini, where the Virendra Gupta's traditional seat, he's the sitting MLA from there. Sultanpur, Majra, where the BJP has not won in the last 3 elections, again a BJP candidate leading. So a whole bunch of seats where the BJP is currently leading, which it has never won in the last 3 election cycles. Again, East Delhi seat, Krishna Nagar, Dr. Anil Goel of the BJP is leading.
What's that? Just one little pocket in an orange?
So
Number
this is
58.
Lakshmi Nagar, where Bibi Tyagi of the Aam Aadmi Party.
Aam Aadmi Party.
Lakshmi Nagar, Bibi Tyagi of the Aam Aadmi
Abhay
Party.
Kumar Verma of the
Zaka,
BJP trailing.
Quick update. In Muslim seats where voters are over 30%, Muslim voters are over 30%, the BJP is picking up seats.
Yes,
And it's
that means
picking-
Congress
it's picked up
has
two
had
more
an
seats
effect.
there.
May have had
And
an
those
effect.
seats are at the moment, if these leads are
So
hold,
Chandni Chowk is one
Chandni
of those
Chowk
seats.
and Northwest
So
Delhi,
can
which
I
is
ask you another question?
also a reserved Dalit seat.
Is there data available? The seats that the AAP changed their candidates on,
Yep,
or
we do.
brought in new people.
We do,
If
we
you can
do.
have a look at those,
AAP
because that'll
MLAs,
give you a
AAP
sense
MLAs
for
were dropped in
anti-incumbents.
24
20.
constituencies. Out of those 12, we have results for so far. BJP is picking up 8 out of those 12.
Wow.
Aam Aadmi Party leading only in 4 out of those 12. 12
So
we
that
have
tells
data
you
for now. 24
that
they
wasn't
dropped.
good enough.
So
that
they're
tells
minus
you
7
there is
there.
Yeah.
anti-incumbency.
But that
Now,
tells you
whether
that
it's pro
this-
BJP, I don't know, but
But that tells you the scale of
there is
anti-incumbency has not been
there is
able
an
to-
anti-AAP
not been able to
sentiment.
overcome
Not
the
have- it was
anti-incumbency by
deep-seated,
using
it's
the-
entrenched.
1.55 Muslim voters, 1.55 crore Muslim voters in this city, and that means 13% of Muslim voters have got splintered. If this is going to hold between the
1.5
AAP,
total
Congress
voters.
and
No, no,
BSP,
no,
don't
no,
forget
Smita,
BSP.
Total voters are 1.5.
Total voters, yeah, total voters.
1.56.
If out of this, there has been, AAP is doing so badly from those Muslim-dominated areas, that means there has been an effect of the Congress, the BSP, and I don't know whether AIMIM, because what you are saying is Amanatullah is leading.
He's leading,
So if
yeah.
he's leading, that means again Owaisi doesn't seem to have
So
had an
a
effect.
couple of other names for the AAP. Rakhi Birla, who used to be the speaker, she's leading from Madhipur. Like I said, Shakur Basti, Mr. Jain, he went to jail, he was the health minister, he's leading as well. Saurabh Bharadwaj, we talked about, he's leading in Greater Kailash. Malviya Nagar, Somnath Bharti is leading. So a few of these telegenic AAP faces seem to be leading. From Badarpur, Ram Singh Netaji of the AAP is leading.
Not AK.
What is this 47 dark blue?
That's a BSP candidate, I think. BSP or
Yeah,
Make
so
a
that's
point
what I'm
here.
saying.
We
BSP
talked
is
about
contested
Muslim
constituency number
We
47.
talked about Anand Zaka. We talked about
Down,
Muslim.
down.
From Babarpur,
Two seats
Gopal
for
Rai, the
Rajasthan.
Transport Minister, Babarpur, he's leading. He's expected to be on a strong wicket.
AAP
Who
is
is
playing
leading
catch up.
Babarpur?
In Babarpur, Gopal Rai is
Gopal
leading.
Rai. Gopal Rai is leading in Babarpur, but the thing is, AAP is also playing catch up on the leads. BJP is touching 30 leads.
From
30 leads.
Devli, what Chetan asked, Devli, Deepak Kumar from the LJP, I think this is part of the NDA alliance, he is leading from
The
from Delhi.
Purvanchali voters in this area.
So
In-
30, 5 short of majority, 30 is where the BJP is at. Out of 48 seats, this can change, folks. Very early in the day, I don't have my watch, I think it's about 40 minutes into counting, 45 minutes.
8:43 to be
Yeah,
exact.
it's about 40 minutes into counting. This can very well change, but the trend seems to be that the BJP is on track for a big win as far as the Delhi Assembly is concerned. It is at 30 right now, 17 to the AAP. 23 of those seats are pick-up seats from sitting MLAs of the Aam Aadmi Party. So it's a big leg up for the BJP as far as Delhi is concerned.
Zaka, Anand, can I make a larger point? We talked about Muslim seats. When if you talk about the national politics, if we can extrapolate anything at this point, see, one of the things that the BJP went against BJP few months ago in 2024 was the Dalit vote, right? They recovered a lot of that in Haryana and in Maharashtra. We're looking at SC reserved seats in Delhi right now. BJP is picked up 4 seats. At the moment. So it's 4-4.
Some of the access polls were,
if this trend holds, then it's recovering Dalit votes.
Can I also add the women factor that we were talking about? High women voter turnout seats, 26 we have reporting right now. 16 of those the BJP is leading in.
So the quick race to the halfway mark, and it's the two autos. The auto wallahs decided the fate of the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party, especially the Aam Aadmi Party. So right now, closer to the halfway mark is the is the BJP at 30 leads. The BJP, the AAP a little far behind, just around 17 leads as of now. It's moved up to 18 leads even as we speak. Will they be able to play catch up and then get past this finishing line? That's the big question. As of now, it looks like the BJP closer to crossing that halfway number at this point. But this could all change. These are early trends.
Early trends. Three elections, I think, Anand, that the AAP at this stage has to claw back. They were leading in the last two elections from the word go. So this is the first time that they have to now claw back from this position and come to that halfway mark. You've not made a graphic for the third party at all? Oh, okay, there. Maybe just about coming in.
The others have been others.
No,
the others have been really others.
By the time the third party,
budget नहीं है कि क्या है third auto बनाए.
वो third party frame में fit ही नहीं हो रहा था, इतना पीछे है भाई, कैसे दिखा दे? So that's what happened.
Mustafabad, where Tahir Hussain is fighting from,
I'm just
he's
looking for it,
accused of Delhi riots, and he's fighting for
Mustafabad
party.
No, not yet. Mustafabad
not plotting it. Not plotting it.
Adil Ahmed Khan is leading.
So, you know, if Mustafabad, Aam Aadmi Party is leading, that means that the Muslim voter of Mustafabad has forgiven the AAP for not doing anything during the riots. This was the worst affected area in the riots that happened, and they have not forgiven AAP for not saving them.
No, also the BJP, the neighbouring MLA in Karawal Nagar, he was shifted by the BJP to Mustafabad.
But I also have
Kapil Mishra was given the Karawal Nagar seat.
I'm going to disagree a little bit with Smita Prakash here on the impact of the Congress on the Muslim voter. I think it's a little early. We should have a look at that at some length.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to happen.
Vikas Puri, Mahinder Yadav of the Aam Aadmi Party is leading. So you have again a couple of pickups for the BJP. For example, in the Mundka seat in the outskirts of Delhi, again the BJP candidate there seems to be leading. There are pockets of green for the Aam Aadmi Party as well. Like I said, Vikas Puri, the Aam Aadmi Party candidate, is leading. Again in Northwest Delhi from Kirari, the Aam Aadmi Party candidate is leading. You have one more pickup for Shalimar Bagh. Again, the Aam Aadmi Party candidate Bandana Kumar is leading for the Aam Aadmi Party. But I think this game is not over yet. AAP is slowly picking up. It's got 19 seats.
There are three takeaways. Now, number one, as we saw, the women vote seems to be inclined towards the BJP here. If you look at all the women-dominated seats, so to speak. Secondly, you have a problem where the AAP is facing anti-incumbency. Some of the people that changed are trailing, not doing well. So, in those 20-odd seats, there's a problem for the AAP. And thirdly, in the backward communities, the AAP is not doing well. These were the mainstays really of the AAP.
Well, the AAP is playing catch up. We must say that as the leads are coming in and we get into perhaps the close of the first round of counting and into the second round of counting in some of the counting centers, what we are seeing is that the AAP, which was trailing by about 15 seats, 16 seats earlier, has now closed the gap and is now trailing by about 11 seats. The BJP into 31, just 4 short of the halfway number, 5 short of having perhaps a majority with respect to leads. No, these are not wins, these are still leads, but this is a situation, 32 now even as we speak, so closer to that halfway number, just 3 short of the halfway number in terms of leads. This is something which is the BJP has not seen in the last decade.
And in a long time, not just one decade.
In a long,
almost 3 decades.
3 decades. No, but I'm just saying, even in 2013, they came closer to the 30 number. It was a tight fight at that time, and then the Congress backed the AAP, and we know what khichdi happened, and that's why we went back into elections in 2015. But look at this. This is the BJP trying to consolidate, and Zaka kept saying that the outer Delhi, how the BJP performs or which party performs there will make a difference. Now, if you were to see, the BJP is plotting across all the various constituencies and regions of Delhi. That means that they have really done work, and you are right when they say that they've localized the election this time and they've steered clear of national issues.
And they focused on communities. They brought in leaders from Coimbatore down to Calcutta here to say, okay, let's focus on constituencies, people, all sorts of shades, and it may pay off.
Will we see a lot of tight fights this time around? Ravi Srivastava, what are you thinking? This is not a very pleasant scenario for the AAP. अगर 62 से 21 पे आ गए हैं तो कुछ तो गड़बड़ है सर.
It's early, Anand. We have to wait. We have to see because only the first round has gone up. So, but I think as I was talking to you yesterday also, AAP is definitely going to do well. They will not be doing as well as in the past 15 and 20, but then definitely they are going to make it. and you will watch it. You will see it in a
No,
course of the day.
but if the BJP wins say 50-51 seats, the AAP will still get about 18-20 seats. I'm just saying, is that well?
No, that's a defeat. Where is the well?
Oh, you are expecting it to
So in the lower
Better than the BJP
in the lower income groups, the AAP is still holding on. It has 1 seat lead over the BJP, 11 to the AAP and 10 to the BJP. These are lower income seats out of 22 that are reporting right now. So I don't think this game is over yet, but
but
we'll
the
see.
BJP has broken into even at the LMGs in the lower
Juggi Jhopadis, yeah. Let's look at the Juggi Jhopadi.
LMGs.
Yeah, again, the
to do
Juggi
is to
Jhopadi, the
split that
BJP
vote.
is leading 12-3 out of the 15 seats that are reporting. 12 of those Juggi Jhopadi seats, the BJP candidate is leading. Only 3.
Well, the AAP
Aam
has been
Aadmi.
constantly saying, Zach, all through this campaign that, the BJP is distributing largesse, there's
yeah.
liquor, there's money. They've been going after certain leaders of the BJP, saying that they're putting money in the hands of these, underprivileged people, this, that, the other. So I don't know. I mean, that's going to be the standard sort of. I mean, I'm surprised that Srivastava ji here is saying that, look, 30 seats, 25 seats is good going for the AAP.
There is one seat that seems to be a neck and
He's
neck.
saying AAP will
It's
win.
oscillating.
Yeah.
20, 32, 21, 31. There is one seat that seems to be oscillating, and it seems to be tight fights. Could there be
Which one
tight
is
fights?
this? Is it
Could
New Delhi?
the margin of victories be less than about say 1,000 votes in a lot of seats? Is that a possibility? Nalin Mehta, how is it looking?
Look, I don't know in terms of whether there will be enough tight fights or not, we're not sure. But last time there were enough. But the AAP bested
Yes.
the BJP in most of them.
They were, yes,
right?
exactly.
So
They
you
were
could
enough
still have
tight
tight fights. And also in assembly elections, that's par for the course.
Yeah, I have the numbers in fact somewhere. Just very quickly, what's
Yeah.
happening in New Delhi? What's happening in Jangpura? What's happening in Kalkaji?
Same. New
the
Delhi,
same, sir.
Arvind
It's
Kejriwal
the
is
same.
trailing.
Wow.
In Jangpura,
He's
Manish Sisodia
Wow,
is
that
trailing.
is-
And in Kalkaji, Atishi
Atishi
is
is
trailing.
trailing.
So
So
all
do
three
we have
constituencies.
big
do we have the
ones.
differentials right now?
All three. No, we
No.
are not get. We don't have the differentials. Too early in the day to get
She
the
has just
differentials. It
reached
should
a
start
counting
plotting in the
center. Atishi has just reached a counting center. Obviously, the body language looked like she's a little tense about it. She must have known what the trends are because all of you are flashing it on.
So
No, not just
in-
that. They're also going to get their own counting agents and their own people giving that way. And I'll tell you, around 9:30 you will see the body language. We need to see the body language of leaders across parties around 9:30, 9:40 when they come on our cameras, because we will know what's going to happen by then. Yeah.
We were talking about close contests. So in the seats that there were close contests in 2020, the BJP is leading in the majority of them right now. So it's
Yes.
picked up additional seats there.
Yeah,
So we're getting more
Just
seats
pull out
reporting.
those
So in
numbers.
Tilak Nagar, the Aam Aadmi Party candidate is leading. That's Jarnail Singh. He's the sitting MLA from there. He was not dropped. You have the neighboring constituency also. Where you're getting reporting now. Vikaspuri again, Madan Yadav, Mahinder Yadav of the Aam Aadmi Party is leading. So 32-21 is where it is now. BJP picking up a lot of seats in the eastern side, on the Jamna Par side. Like I said, Karawal Nagar, Mr. Mishra is leading. From Gonda, Ajay Mahawar of the BJP is leading. From Gandhi Nagar, Arvinder Lovely is leading. From the constituency of Rohtas Nagar, Jitinder Mahajan is leading. From Krishna Nagar, which again traditionally the BJP has done well there, Anil Goyal, Dr. Anil Goyal is leading. From Vishwas Nagar, again BJP candidate leading. From Shahadra, Sanjay Goyal of the BJP leading. So BJP picking up a lot of these northeast Delhi seats.
At the
which
bottom,
Rahul
at
was
the
talking.
south,
This
is
is
that the JDU
Badarpur
candidate?
Yeah,
47?
Badarpur, Narayan Dutt Sharma of the BJP. This is a flip now. Badarpur, the AAP candidate was leading. Now the BJP candidate is leading. And also from Devli, again, Outer Delhi constituency, Deepak Tawar of the LJP-RV. I don't know if the LJP-RV is part of the NDA, Chirag Paswan's LJP, or whether it is some other offshoot.
So the LJP is being counted as part of the BJP plus right now, as part of the NDA, because that lead is reflecting as part of BJP. It's not another. The Aam Aadmi Party is leading in 22, so a 10-seat difference between. So the AAP now playing catch up. So keeping that lead difference between about 10 to 11 seats between the BJP and the AAP. Will that scenario change over the course of the next 40-45 minutes, or will these leads hold? Because we're reporting 55 out of 70 seats, another 15 seats to be reported, and then we will see the scenario. Griha joining us from the live result hub. Yes, Griha.
Yes, Anand, let's get you a tally of the VIP candidates in the national capital. And so far, we are, in fact, Gopal Rai there is leading from Babarpur. We also have Ajesh Yadav from Badli, who's right now trailing of the Aam Aadmi Party. In fact, Ajay Maharwar from Gonda, BJP is leading. There's also Vijendra Gupta from BJP, Rohini, he is leading currently. Arvind Kejriwal is trailing. Somnath Bharti from Malviya Nagar is leading, Aam Aadmi Party. And Satyendra Jain also from Shakur Basti is leading. Atishi, if we take a look, is trailing. Is she trailing?
Yes,
Trailing. Atishi is trailing. Durgesh Pathak is, does he have the lead? Durgesh Pathak?
Durgesh Pathak is
Okay, he's also trailing from Rajendra Nagar. So this is what the status is of
How many rounds of counting so far?
So right now it is still paper ballots and EVMs are going to open very, very shortly. Only 2 EVMs so far. 2 EVMs and that is from Shadra and Vishwas Nagar. That's the only EVM leads that we have got and both of them are in fact giving that lead to the Bharatiya Janata Party. Right now it's still paper ballots.
So surprising that by about we are closing towards 9 a.m. and then it's still the paper ballots and postal ballots. So clearly the whole process of counting has started slower. But now it should pick up speed. There's a reason why we are saying wait till about 9:30, 9:45 because once the EVMs open, the rounds of counting will be faster and we should have more leads coming through.
So in the Purvanchal belt, the Purvanchal voters, it's a tight fight between BJP and AAP. BJP leading in 10, Aam Aadmi Party leading in 9. I think the Purvanchali voters will also hold a key in at least 20 of these constituencies that are reporting so far. And like I said, it's an absolute neck and neck there, 10 to the BJP and 9 to the Aam Aadmi Party. We have more seats reporting from South Delhi. You have Tughlakabad where the AAP candidate is leading. You have Okhla where Amanatullah Khan is leading. But in Badarpur, Narayan Dutt Sharma of the BJP is leading. In Sangam Vihar, again Chandan Kumar Chaudhary of the BJP is leading. We talked about the LJP candidate. From Malviya Nagar, Somnath Bharti leading. From RK Puram, Anil Sharma of the BJP is leading. So the BJP picking up seats in a lot of areas where it had never opened its account. A lot of regions of Delhi where it had never opened its account. Let's go back to Northeast Delhi. Again, a flip there. Gokulpur, now the AAP candidate is leading in Gokulpur. Also in the neighboring constituency of Simapuri, again a flip there. The AAP candidate is leading. In Babarpur, Gopal Rai seems to be sitting pretty. But BJP also has a lot of pickups in Northeast Delhi. Rohtas Nagar, BJP leading. Shahadra, BJP leading. Vishwas Nagar, BJP leading. Krishna Nagar, BJP leading. And of course, Kapil Mishra's seat, Karawal Nagar, BJP leading.
Satyendra Jain?
Satyendra Jain is leading in
Basti.
Shakur Basti. Satyendra Jain is leading in Shakur Basti and Rakhi Birla is leading in the neighboring constituency of Madhipur. So
also Vijendra Gupta, he's another VIP candidate. Rohini.
Vijendra Gupta is also leading in the seat of Rohini, where of course he's the leader of the opposition.
But this is
Avadoja is not got out.
It's been confirmed that these are still postal
ballots.
ballots
In about now I'm given to understand 3 counting centers, EVMs counting.
I just want to bring a statistic into this. You know, yes, of course, 2020. If you look at the top line numbers, the AAP surged 63 seats or so, but there were 16 very tight fights. 10% or less, and in an assembly election, 10% is not much. So remember that it wasn't the one-way sort of cakewalk that it was sort of thought to be. So 16 seats is a hell of a lot.
So in the tight fight seats from 2020, I mean, it doesn't have to be a tight fight this time around, but the seats that we saw 2020 tight fights, less than 10,000 votes, out of 11 seats, BJP is leading in 8, AAP is leading only in 3. So the BJP winning in those tight fight seats as of
even in the Muslim dominated seats, I just saw it on our screen, out of the 10 seats, the BJP is leading in 3.
Yeah, the Muslim dominated seats where there is 30% more Muslims, BJP is leading in 7 and the Aam Aadmi Party is leading in 3.
So 2 pickups there. Now the BJP just 2 short of the halfway number in terms of leads, 33 and 22, 11 ahead of the Aam Aadmi Party. The Congress still holding on to that 1 seat where it continues to lead. So EVM round of counting has begun in some of the counting centers. Now each of these counting centers are representing at least 4 to 5 assembly constituencies. So that's why the leads will start coming through for multiple assembly constituencies from the same counting center, and it should happen faster. The estimate or the understanding is it's 9 a.m. By about 9:45, there will be a serious consolidation of these numbers, and we will be closer to determining who has the advantage or who is ahead in terms of getting to that seat of the Delhi Secretariat of Delhi Vidhan Sabha. Right now, halfway mark, just 2 short of the halfway mark is
again,
the BJP.
High women voter turnout seats, you were talking about it, 18 to the BJP, 13 to the Aam Aadmi Party. Again, real neck and neck there.
Postal ballot sentiment shift, I don't know, but look, just very quickly, if it's going to be a 48, 42%, vote share kind of game, I think we're going to have to wait till about 11 o'clock because round after round, those numbers, you see, the BJP is playing catch up. Right. So its vote share has to increase proportionally if it has to win. and go beyond what it's ever done. And that's going to lead to some tight contestations, I feel.
Yeah, it's possible because the AAP has now reduced the lead margin to 8,
Yes.
24 and
Again,
32.
again,
not
you know,
gonna be
the
easy.
high voter turnout seats where it was higher than the state average of 60 point something. 16 seats are reporting again neck and neck, AAP at 8 and BJP at 7.
I mean, it could well be an election like we saw in Karnataka, for example, at the assembly level, where many seats went to the Congress, but the margins were, you know, not as expansive as other binary states where there are just two parties. So it's
After 3 hours or so.
because
then-
no exit poll gave the AAP less than 42% of the vote, which means that there is going to be a fight, whichever way we look at it.
Yeah,
It's
but
going to be a
that also looks like all pollsters have said there will be a 12% slide in vote share.
True.
For the
but because
for
of
the
the
Ahmad Party.
Chhattarpur, again outer constituency, Brahm Singh Tanwar of the Aam Aadmi Party is leading. Delhi, where the LJP candidate is leading, now it is flipped. The Aam Aadmi Party candidate is leading. So Chetan, those may be the famous last words, but I think this is far closer than what we think. But let's see. It's early
Because
days yet.
It's still 13 seats still to be plotted. They have not
you
yet
were
started.
saying,
The numbers have
Anand,
not started coming for 13 seats.
13% was the average difference, right, in vote share. So even if the AAP starts coming down in a particular round, you know, we could be led by exuberance by thinking, oh, the BJP is gaining. It may not be. It might just be a temperance of the AAP's numbers, but it doesn't mean that the
Correct,
AAP is
because
out of the race.
there are many who believe that the
Yeah.
AAP may not have a runaway victory like it did in 2015 and 2020, but they may just be past the post. They may be first past the post and they may come around 39, 40 seats. There are many who have estimated that this is a possibility on ground, given the fact that there is not too much of a difference in the vote share. So, like Pradeep Gupta of Axis by India said, that unless there is a 5 to 6% difference in the overall vote share, 42 and 48% situation, unless that happens, runaway victories is a little difficult to see. Nalin Mehta is making some calculations there. What's your insight? What are you looking at? Is this reflecting the Lok Sabha performance of the BJP
This is-
knocked on to the assembly constituencies?
When I'm looking at the Lok Sabha leads, this is actually better than that. Because what we are seeing is that the BJP, when you're projecting the exact constituencies, BJP had about 54% of the vote in the Lok Sabha election, AAP had about 19%. But when in this leads that we have right now, when you project those onto the Lok Sabha leads, the BJP is 18 plus, is leading in 20. We have 41 such leads right now.
Correct.
Out of those, BJP is leading in 25, AAP in 15. But in those BJP 25 leads, 18 are seats it was not leading in the Lok Sabha election on.
Okay. Also, if you were to look by income, middle class seats, the BJP is leading AAP 16 to 8. I think that's a significant one.
Yes.
The middle class seems to be have voted for the BJP quite in a big way. In the lower classes, though, it is the Aam Aadmi Party which has a slight edge, 13 to 10. So we're going neck and neck here right now. In the lower classes, the Aam Aadmi Party seems to be holding on to its vote bank, but in the middle class, the BJP is leading.
I buy your point. I think, Zach, if you have to have an accurate assessment, we've got to look at the three swing classes here. And we've got to keep monitoring the clusters to see if there are changes. If there are dramatic changes happening there, then there is something obviously happening on the ground.
Rahul, the map that Zaka is showing on the wall, it shows that people across all kinds of classes and castes seem to have voted for either the AAP or the BJP, but the BJP has managed to get a footprint in all areas, even places that we think that, okay,
But
this
is
is
that
an
going
AAP
to
stronghold.
necessarily translate into seats? You see, it might be streaking ahead, might be doing much better, it might be closing the gap. But it has a huge gap to close.
That's
so
a
if they
major
pull
issue.
this off, it is going to be a dramatic victory. I mean, this will be a colossal victory for the BJP, reducing 13%. I mean, these are things that don't happen generally. I don't know when last there was a 13-14% vote swing. I think Tripura had one. But I don't remember such a
the whole
massive
vote swing happened in Punjab. Look at Punjab. What happened in terms of the AAP sweeping Punjab? It happened.
Tripura. See, in places like Tripura, the BJP came up from zero, almost virtually from zero. It didn't even have a Vidhan Sabha MLA before that. In Delhi, the BJP was one of the early poles of Delhi politics from 1993 onwards. The early Jansangh always had roots in Delhi because of the partition refugees who came in and so on and so forth. But it's not been in power here for more than a quarter of a century, for the last 25 years plus. But even in the last 25 years, the BJP's vote share has never fallen below 30%.
So
It's
it's
been
a third of the
40%.
voting.
Consistent.
The difference is that in the Lok Sabha elections, people always vote for BJP, but in Vidhan Sabha, they haven't.
Yeah.
Right? So, and about 10-15% of those who went away, the fact that they come back to BJP now in a Vidhan Sabha election, if this result holds, at a time when there is no chief minister candidate,
Yes.
BJP has fought this campaign exactly like it fought the Haryana campaign or the Maharashtra campaign. Then it tells you something. It tells you something fundamentally shifting in the politics of the city.
Yes.
Yeah, not just politics of the city, the strategies of the BJP, where they've decided that the local elections will be fought at local levels and will pick up local issues and not nationalize every state election. And especially with Maharashtra and Delhi, they seem to have got that right. In Haryana, they fixed a lot of issues or errors that they made with the Lok Sabha 2024. So some course correction as a party, if they're willing to learn and understand, it's important. These are close fights. The BJP is just one shot of the halfway number in terms of leads, with respect to leads. Yes, Griha.
We have another update, Anand. We were just talking about whether postal ballots are still on. We are now getting to understand that 6 constituencies EVMs have opened up. It is the second round of counting that is happening at Vishwas Nagar, where BJP has a lead of about 4,000 odd votes. Wow. And as far as the other constituencies, it's Deoli, where there is Prem Chauhan of the Aam Aadmi Party. This is the EVM tally that we're talking about. Badli, Devendra Yadav of the Congress is leading. Rohini, we have Vijendra Gupta from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Also Bhavana, we have Jay Bhagwan from Aam Aadmi Party. So these are the 6 EVM leads that we are getting so far.
Well, the BJP has never lost from Vishwas Nagar, I'm being told. Even when they had just 3 seats, it was one of the seats was from Vishwas Nagar. Yeah. So Vishwas Nagar is a safe seat for the BJP. It's always rock solid with the BJP there. So that's I think one aspect. But
so
2 rounds
ballots and EVMs, the trend has been the same.
Yeah,
even after the
35. So halfway number for the BJP hitting the halfway number. The magic figure is 36, which puts them into majority, which gives them power or control of the state of BJP, of Delhi. That's for the BJP. But these are all leads. As of now, at about 9:05 a.m., 9:06 a.m., the BJP is at the halfway mark. This is perhaps the first time in a long time that the BJP, even in leads, is close to the halfway mark or is on the halfway mark. So 35 to the BJP, 23 to the Aam Aadmi Party, 1 for the Congress Party out of 59 leads that have come in so far out of 70. 60 leads and 36 as we speak. 60 leads and 36 to the BJP. The magic figure, the first time today with leads coming in at about 9:05 a.m. We have the BJP touching that magic figure of 36 right there. So ahead of the Aam Aadmi Party, and now it slips back. So these things will keep changing in terms of leads. 10 more seats that have not yet reported any leads so far out of 70.
Right when she said, Smita Prakash was right when she said that it's never been this good for the BJP this early.
It's never been. It's never been. And for it to slide from here to 3 or 4 will be a magical turnaround, as Chetan Bhagat said. So if these trends are now 35 back again, 35, 24, 34, 25, there are some seats where it's oscillating between the AAP and the BJP. But could the AAP then fall short of 30 seats?
So for example, in Malviya Nagar now, Satish Upadhyay is leading. Somnath Bharti is sitting AAP MLA. But now in Malviya Nagar, it's
kind of shocking.
It's Satish Upadhyay who's leading.
Somnath Bharti is pretty popular and he's a long-term MLA from that area. Satish Upadhyay is newcomer. A newcomer in the sense people know who he is, but he hasn't fought an election from there before. So surprising that Somnath Bharti is trailing there.
There is a sentiment. There are 2 aspects. One is what the BJP has done electorally, as that was being discussed. The other is there a huge dissonance amongst a good group of voters against the Aam Aadmi Party and especially Arvind Kejriwal? Are they feeling let down? That's why I keep saying the anti-AAP rather than pro-BJP. Because the AAP fed on an anti-Rivaiti parties, anti-SAD, anti-Congress sentiment in Punjab when they came to power, and then they steamrolled the opposition. They came against, they ran over an anti-Congress sentiment when they came to power. Because the BJP continued to hold on for its vote share. This is an academic thing that the BJP has actually consolidated its vote share by 2% in every Vidhan Sabha election.
Be a party of governance? That's what you're basically implying. Well, I mean, look at this. Yes, you can't take away from the fact that they've been in power
now. No, is this a rejection of the Kejri model of governance? That's the big question.
That could be something, but
or
of the
entire senior leadership of AAP is
but there is a caveat here, and the caveat is not that I'm trying to play devil's advocate, and maybe BJP supporters will sort of say that, look, why is he being so pessimistic? My only caveat is it's a two-horse race. Pretty clearly, it's a two-horse race. That means the benchmark for vote share is going to be higher.
Yeah.
Now, Nalin made a very important point where he says that 33 to about 38% is where the BJP seems to have got stuck in Delhi, which means that it needs to add certain more, coalitions, social coalitions. Can it build those coalitions? And therefore, I think we should go back to the clusters. I think, Zach, if we can go back to some of the clusters, that might tell us a more accurate story. If the BJP is being able to go beyond that 37, 38%, add more denominations.
But that's what I'm saying, Rahul. In every Vidhan Sabha election, the BJP has added 2% to its vote share.
2%.
The Aam Aadmi Party benefited with an entire complete swing of the Congress vote towards the AAP, or a non-BJP vote towards the AAP, plus new voters who came on and said, who have not participated in electoral democracy or electoral politics so far, I'm going to vote because I see something of the AAP. And that's why if the AAP is less than 30 seats this time around, it's a rejection of this entire Kejri model of governance.
North Delhi, if I can quickly, North Delhi, BJP was never really strong in North Delhi. So now they're opening their account in places like Shalimar Bagh, for example, from Adarsh Nagar. You have the candidate from, of course, Rohini was one seat where they Mr. Gupta has been leading from. Rithala is another seat which the BJP has not won. Mangolpuri, the BJP is leading there. You also have from Sultanpur Majra, the BJP leading. I want to go all the way up to the outer Narela, which is the first constituency. Again, BJP candidate leading there. So a lot of North Delhi, Mundka again in outer Delhi. A lot of the North Delhi seats have not gone to the BJP previously, but they are now leading in those constituencies. Again, Northeast Delhi, which Rahul was talking about, Vishwas Nagar, Rohtas Nagar, Krishna Nagar, all of those places, again, the BJP candidates are leading. So it's getting pockets where it has never opened its account before. And of course, right in the heart of Delhi, New Delhi constituency, BJP leading, Jangpura, BJP leading. You have Kasturba Nagar, again, BJP leading. This is the seat where Abhishek Dutt of the Congress was fighting. Ramesh Pahalwan of the AAP, he's trailing in Kasturba Nagar. And of course, like I said, in Kalkaji, where the Chief Minister is fighting.
Again, Biduri is leading and Atish is trailing. Nalin Mehta and then Griha. Yes, Nalin Mehta.
To the point that Rahul was making and the point you were making, and to add to Zaka's data points, we have the first vote share numbers out.
Okay.
The BJP at the moment is 53.7% vote share according to the Election Commission.
Wow.
The AAP is at 40.9%, which is, if
Is
this
what?
number holds, is the exact reversal of last time.
It's what, 39?
Yeah. So AAP is at 40.9%.
So
BJP
as
was
of
around
now, the
39 point
BJP
something
is
last
mirroring
time.
its Lok Sabha vote share.
It's picking up social
It's
coalitions.
mirroring exactly Lok Sabha, but it's also the replication of 2020 other way around.
Other way around,
Congress is at 3.38% at the moment.
So again, a 1% slide,
Less than
1% slide, 1% slide. It's actually losing vote share than gaining it.
So Rahul Gandhi ain't going anywhere. I'm sorry to say, he ain't going anywhere. Let's go back now to
Now,
the AAP and the
if
BJP.
you have this kind of a vote share and if this holds, that can only happen when the BJP has made huge advances across various new categories.
So women being one of them, in the high women turnout constituencies, 36 of them, BJP 19,
Astounding.
AAP 16. I think that is...
Griha, live result hub.
Yeah, we were just talking about Somnath Bharti trailing. Let's actually get in an update of more and more VIP candidates of the Aam Aadmi Party. Just come in that Rajendra Nagar, we are having Durgesh Pathak, who has just got a lead from the BJP candidate Umang. We also have Ambedkar Nagar, Dr. Ajay Dutt of Aam Aadmi Party leading. And Delhi Cant, we have a BJP lead there, Anand. Also, Zaka, if we take a look at the other VIP candidates of the Aam Aadmi Party, Satyendra Jain, Shakur Basti, he's leading. Janel is leading from Tilak Nagar. Gopal Rai is still, in fact, having that lead from Babarpur. Saurav Bhardwaj continues to have the lead in GK. Also, Imran Hussain from Balli Maran, he also has a clear edge, as has Amanatullah Khan from Okla. Bibi Tyagi from Lakshmi Nagar, another candidate of the Aam Aadmi Party who is leading. And also, if we take a look at Mustafabad, which has in fact polled the maximum number of votes in the national capital, it's Adil Ahmed Khan of the Aam Aadmi Party is still leading.
But Atishi, Manish Sisodia and Arvind Kejriwal, all three of them are trailing. The face of the Aam Aadmi Party and the Kejri model of governance, all three of them are trailing. Satyendra Jain continues to lead. Kailash Gehlot, who decamped, who joined the BJP, he is leading. And we also have Gopal Rai, who is also part of that entire Kejri model of governance, who's leading. So Satyendra Jain and Gopal Rai, the two big faces who are leading. The other three, the fulcrum of the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, Atishi and Manish Sisodia, all three are trailing. And the BJP is just one shot of 40 leads. Just one shot of 40 leads.
Wasn't expected to win. I mean, all exit polls, everybody said that, oh, he won't. I want to come on this part which Nalin was talking about, the exact reversal, where the BJP is now where AAP was in the last election. A couple of points I want to make is that the BJP reworked its entire strategy for this election, which you pointed out, not having a CM face, reworking.
40 leads for the BJP as we speak.
And then they fought in the trenches. They didn't fight just the top angles. They fought from the lower levels too. They brought in not just their own bigwigs from the states to fight, like they brought their Fadnavises and the others, but they also brought in their NDA allies. They brought Chandrababu Naidu. They brought the Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar. So they fought from top and bottom. So they had Amit Shah and they had Modi, they had Nadda, they had the others, but they also fought from there. The second point is they didn't restrict to any one class or caste. They didn't say that, oh, okay, the Purvanchalis or the women are going to go the AAP way. They went the AAP way last time. No, they fought for every single constituency. So, you know, what you're seeing right now, the spread that they have, general spread and not in pockets. It's not just the Baniya Punjabi vote that they said that, oh, these are our traditional, the shopkeepers are our traditional vote bank. Let's just stick with them and at least get them because they had moved away. The middle class had moved away. No, every class, every speaker of language, because of this cosmopolitan mix that we have, that's what has resulted in the current trend that we are seeing is my take on this.
So one very quick input, because I'd seen certain internal polls of the BJP and I just want to bring you in on this. I want to bring you also in on this, Abhijit. Those internal polls seem to suggest that the most disadvantaged, you know, we call them disparagingly JJ clusters. I hate that word, but the most disadvantaged who live in the not so nice areas of Delhi, the BJP was making significant gains in those. It was the women vote that was sort of still up for grabs, as their polls were showing, and they were hoping that there would be a late burst. But this shows that there is a new...
They've got, like, they made inroads where they didn't. I think the BJP, like Smita was saying, this time they threw the army, tanks, like Air Force, Navy, everything on this. Because I think they've lost, this is the only state they've lost so badly. It happens to be Delhi, where the Prime Minister lives. Arvind Kejriwal makes personal attacks on the BJP leadership all the time. And Arvind Kejriwal went to Gujarat, got a 13% vote share there. That's the day it all started, I think. And then they have now put the full cavalry here. And I think it's showing results.
42 to the BJP.
Everything.
42, 23. 42, 23. Leaderboard.
Air Force, the tax breaks. I mean, you know, the middle class has always loved the BJP, the Delhi middle class, but every time after the budget, they were disappointed. They were like jilted lovers. This time, Nirmala ji even gave them the love, like they gave them flower bouquets. I mean, maybe, who knows, 2% their vote share.
Yeah.
Who knows, right?
Somebody said, 13 din pehle hi Valentine's Day ho gaya hamara.
That's what the middle class used to vote for BJP in the Lok Sabha and for Kejriwal in the assembly. But it seems, if this holds, that, you know, that shift hasn't happened. That
the dichotomy is not happening.
And
that's best explained in West Delhi, where the BJP always used to have a strong vote, the trader class vote. It seems to be coming back to the BJP. In Palam, the BJP candidate is leading. In Uttam Nagar, the BJP candidate is leading. From Dwarka, again, the BJP candidate is leading. From Janakpuri, again, the BJP candidate is leading. Can you imagine? Last 2 or 3 election cycles, they've not had a BJP candidate leading there. Rajouri Garden, again, BJP candidate leading. Moti Nagar, BJP candidate leading. And if you come all the way to central Delhi, to Rajinder Nagar, Patel Nagar, all of those places, it's the BJP candidate who's leading. Right now in Rajinder Nagar, Durgesh Pathak seems to have taken a lead. So yes, 42 to 23, but a lot of West Delhi constituencies, the BJP seems to be leading. These are constituencies which had gone away from the BJP's kitty, but now it's coming back. So it's West Delhi, North-East Delhi, as Rahul keeps mentioning, Vishwas Nagar, Rohtas Nagar, Krishna Nagar, Shahadra. These are seats that the BJP again has not won. Gandhi Nagar, these are seats that the BJP has not won in the last couple of election cycles. Those North-East Delhi seats also seem to be coming back to the BJP.
No, not just that. Plus 34 for the BJP in that in terms of gains. How many of these gains are or were tight fights the last time, where the BJP lost, say, by a margin of less than 4,000, 5,000 votes? that also means that they've done the micromanagement also.
Yeah,
right?
the AAP is leading only in 2 out of those 14 which were close contests. The BJP is leading 12. And many of those, at least 1, 2, 3, 4 of those are from Northeast Delhi. So they seem to have got that game right, where the close contest seats that they lost the last time around, the BJP is leading in 12 out of 14, Aam Aadmi Party only in 2.
So what does this say about Revdi politics?
50%, as Nalin is pointing out, 51% is the vote share. That means in every seat, the BJP is picking up the majority of the vote. I mean, are we looking at some sort of a runaway mandate? I mean, that's the question.
If it's 66 out of 70 and it is 42-23 in favor of the BJP, these are leads. 1 for the Congress party, another 4 seats to go. Now, will this consolidate either way, or will this perhaps move away from the AAP more in favor of the BJP? Will the BJP cross the 50 seat mark, or will they consolidate around 45, 47 seats? We'll have to wait and watch.
In Balimaran, which is a heavily Muslim-dominated seat, it's the BJP candidate who's leading right now. Kamal Bagri of the BJP is leading. In Chandni Chowk, again, substantial Muslim population, BJP candidate leading. In Sadar Bazaar, Manoj Kumar Jindal of the BJP is leading. These are old Delhi
But how much? Do we have any idea? Because are we now beginning to...
margin.
Maybe there's a reassessment even amongst Muslims.
I think another 10 minutes, we get into the 3rd, 4th round of counting. Perhaps the leads will consolidate wherever there are, and we're going to check with Greya, the live result happen a bit, that how many leaders have opened up a gap of more than 4,000 votes in terms of lead. Vishwasnagar was another case where after the first or second round, the candidate had a 4,000 vote lead. But Greya, do we have leaders in terms of the gap that's been opened up? How many rounds of counting are we into about 4th round of counting somewhere in some constituencies?
Okay, Anand, after 4th round of counting at Vishwasnagar, we have a lead by BJP candidate by
587.
By just 587 votes. So that is
quite
how
close
this is. Yeah.
It's quite close. So
and what about
is getting close. But what about some of the other constituencies?
New Delhi.
And as far as the New Delhi constituency, we have EVMs that have opened up and there are still first rounds that are going on right now. Any other round that is happening in EVMs as far as the other constituencies, sir, is concerned? EVM? There's just the first round that is still going on in other constituencies. Only Vishwasnagar that is right now counting 4th round.
It's into the 4th round in Vishwasnagar. Everywhere else, it's the first round of counting of the EVMs. Like I said, 9:30, 9:45. We will get into round 3, round 4. These leads could further consolidate in favor of the BJP, or we may see the Aam Aadmi Party playing catch up as soon as the EVMs, more of the EVM rounds start happening. But as of now, the BJP seems to be in firm control as far as the elections are concerned. Is it still very, very early days? We have to wait and watch. Some things could change, some things could remain the same. It's the mind of the voter. The early trends in favor of the BJP, the early trends saying that the mandate will shift away from the Aam Aadmi Party. It could have huge impact nationally, knock-on effect, not just in Punjab, but in Bihar and in Gujarat, which also will soon be going into the polls. And that there could be a big impact.
The Election Commission's data that the Congress, the BJP is holding its vote share, but the AAP vote share is declining slightly compared to even 20 minutes ago, and the Congress is gradually increasing a little bit. The Congress was 3% 15 minutes ago, now it's about 6%.
6%?
That's not much, but that's exactly that much the decline is in the AAP vote.
Yes.
No, but
so the AAP vote is shifting back towards
the,
they had 4% last time. They had 4% last time.
So obviously what we were saying earlier, that what you're seeing in Purani Delhi, in Old Delhi, if you're seeing the BJP increasing the trend, it's still early days, but I would still say that the split between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress in the Old Delhi area seems to have benefited the BJP.
You might be onto something. You might be onto something.
So Virendra Sachdeva's pictures coming out after prayers, and everybody is got
body language. What are you saying? Let's look at body language.
No, we look at the body language. No, these are pictures from a short while ago. I will still wait till about 9:45. 9:45 when the leaders come, all of them will start coming to their party offices. And किस party office में हलचल ज़्यादा हो रही है around 9:45, 10 o'clock. That's an indicator ki which way is this election going.
Fundamentally,
along with what's happening on our leaderboard. Yes.
The managers of the election know किस इलाके से वोट पड़ी है, किस तादाद में पड़ी है, how many people have come up from that traditional area. So they generally have an idea, and if the EVM starts then registering or complementing that sort of idea, then they know that, okay, we've got our maths right, we've predicted
See, Virendra
this right.
Sachdeva has promised Daulat Ram ki chaat and also jalebi.
But you know, he's very quietly been working behind the scenes. You haven't seen him all that much getting agitated or coming out in the scenes. And the state unit of the BJP has totally become subservient to the central unit. This is the first time that they could not muscle their way in and say, Chief Minister candidate kar do. You know, earlier they had Harshvardhan, they had Kiran Bedi. They've had Chief Minister candidates. This time they agreed with what the party leadership said, that we are going to fight in the same way that we fought Haryana and we fought MP and the other states, where we don't have a face. So it's been a change.
Outer Delhi constituencies that Abhijit was talking about, 44-21 now. So in Mundka, the BJP candidate is leading. In Bhavana, where the AAP candidate was leading up until 5 minutes ago, now the BJP candidate is leading. In Narela, again, the BJP candidate is leading. In Najafgarh, the BJP candidate has been leading since counting began. So outer Delhi constituencies where the BJP focused, it seems to be paying off for the BJP. The lead now stretching in favor of the BJP. Now it's 45-20 is where we are right now. The BJP picking up pockets of Delhi, which they have not won before in the last 3 election cycles. Like I said, Outer Delhi is one of them. North Delhi is the other, where you have constituencies like Sultanpur, Majra, for example, where the BJP candidate is leading. In Mangolpuri, the BJP candidate is leading. In Shalimar Bagh, the BJP candidate is leading. In Rithala, again, the BJP candidate leading. From Adarsh Nagar, the BJP candidate leading. So North Delhi, again, a big part of the gains for the BJP. If you look at central Delhi, in places like Madhipur, the BJP candidate leading. In West Delhi, in Moti Nagar, BJP candidate leading. Rajouri Garden, Mr. Sirsa is leading there. He was from the Akali Dal, now with the BJP. Harinagar, again, West Delhi, BJP candidate leading. You go further out, Janakpuri, a seat that the AAP has won the last 3 times. Again, BJP candidate leading. Dwarka, again, where Adarsh Shastri, now in the Congress, he was, of course, one of the founding members of the AAP. He is trailing. It is the BJP candidate, Mr. Rajput, who is leading there in the West Delhi constituency. So pockets of support for the BJP where it has never seen support, in North Delhi and Outer Delhi, in West Delhi, and of course again in Northeast Delhi, which is again a huge chunk of support for the AAP. There the BJP is managing to flip the election.
Out of 66 leads, 45 leads to the BJP, 20 to the Aam Aadmi Party, 1 to the Congress Party, and Umar Abdullah has tweeted, "Aap lado aapas mein." That's what he has written. Or lado aapas mein. He's tweeted and he's put from one of the Purana series, you know, historical series of Ramayana or Mahabharata. There is a rishi who's saying,
no, is he trying to say
and he's saying, "Samapt kar do ek dusre ko." Ji bhar kar lado. Samapt kar do ek dusre ko.
Congress come together with the AAP and
yeah, he's been making snide ones. He's been going snide remarks edgeways, you know.
You fight Lok Sabha together and you lose. Okay, even when you are together, you lose. And then you have the audacity to think that we'll find the assembly election by ourselves and win. I mean, does it make any sense? And overconfidence.
No,
like, आप तो हमारा दिल्ली का है ही, दिल्ली तो है ही ना. You take people from Delhi for granted, and that's what happens. You don't take your voters for granted.
No, Sambit Patra was quoting both Rahul Gandhi and Arvind Kejriwal in Parliament and saying, look what they said about each other in the rallies. He's saying कि India Alliance में आपस में एक दूसरे को, this is what you are saying, कि Wagon-R से सीधा शीश महल चले गए. And the other Arvind Kejriwal came back with a far more snidey remark against Rahul Gandhi. So
AAP wanted some seats in Haryana. Congress said no way.
Virendra Sachdeva is speaking. Yeah.
क्या कहना है जो एग्जिट पोल में जो बताया जा रहा था वही अरुझानों में दिखाई दे रहा है बीजेपी को
मुझे इधर जाना इधर कर लो
हाँ जी.
I have to say, if you look at this map, Delhi is turning saffron.
Yeah.
I mean, this is unprecedented. This is a replication, and in fact, this is more than the assembly seats in just few months ago in the Lok Sabha election.
Now, I'm just saying, is it just is it mirroring the June 2024 performance of the BJP?
If you look at the BJP Lok Sabha leads, in how many of those constituencies BJP is leading? Yes, 35-12. Out of the 48 seats that the BJP was leading in Lok Sabha 2024, it's currently leading in 35, Aam Aadmi Party only 12. So thereabouts.
I think we should bring out that soundbite. I'd be very interested to hear when the Prime Minister says, give us a chance. It was very emotional.
Yes.
He reiterated it a couple of times. It'd be interesting to see that bite now, how much of an impact it's actually had on the psyche, saying that, okay, we probably need this Gathbandhan Sarkar. The one thing that people were getting a little tired of was that Mr. Kejriwal constantly blamed the LG's office for every failure. Even if the road was potholed, he said, no, not my problem, LG's problem. He's sitting on this, he's sitting on that. So people are saying, well, okay, if you can't manage it, can't manage an equation like Sheila Dikshit did, then we'll get somebody else.
I think one more important aspect is that the BJP's tone this time around in Delhi and even in Haryana or even in Maharashtra was not of arrogance. It was not even of confidence. It was of humility. So the Prime Minister's tone from आएगा तो मोदी ही and अब की बार 400 पार to saying कि विकसित भारत की विकसित दिल्ली आपने उनको 25 साल से ज़्यादा मौका दिया, एक बार हमें 5 साल दे दीजिए. See, I think there is a difference in the way the political parties that learn from mistakes are the ones that survive and then they prosper.
Correct.
Has the Congress learned from its mistake? 2013, I remember Rahul Gandhi standing there and saying, we will revisit, we will learn from our mistakes. It was a tough election. 2015, he said the same thing. 2019, he said the same thing. 2020, he said the same thing. 24, he said the same thing.
Now we have all 70 seats are reporting, 46 to the BJP, 23 to the Aam Aadmi Party. All 70 seats are reporting. We've got a couple of new seats that are reporting. Karol Bagh, Dushant Gautam of the BJP is leading. Watch out for him. He'll be an important player in this post equation. You also have from Nangloi Jat. The Aam Aadmi Party candidate was leading from Nangloi Jat. Raghuvinder Shokeen is his name. And in Kondli again, which is in the outskirts on the eastern side, in Kondli the AAP candidate is leading. So all 70 seats are reporting. BJP at 46, Aam Aadmi Party at 23.
The worst scenario for the AAP will be if Kejriwal loses and the AAP gets decimated. It's the worst scenario possible. It's probably a mortal blow to the AAP if this trend holds and if this happens.
No, but you said AAP is Kejriwal, Kejriwal is AAP.
Right.
So if Arvind Kejriwal is losing New Delhi, then Aam Aadmi Party is losing Delhi. That's what it is.
Kejriwal is trailing, Mr. Sisodia is trailing, and Atishi is trailing. All three are trailing right now.
And I'll tell you, the Aam Aadmi Party big faces who are leading right now are leading purely because of the work individually they have done as MLAs in their constituencies. Saurabh Bharadwaj. Nobody will challenge him in Venkatagiri.
Let's look at the people who got a new opportunity.
Satyendra Jain has done well. He's done work in Shakur Basti. So I'm just saying, John, locally kaam kiya jin logon ne. Gopal Rai, Kailash Gehlot also has worked. Maybe AAP now BJP, but he's worked in his constituency and they have local support.
Now, gentlemen, all old Delhi constituencies, Balimaran BJP candidate leading, Chandni Chowk BJP candidate leading, Sadar Bazaar BJP candidate leading.
Historic.
Somnath Bharti is trailing now. Somnath Bharti
is trailing. Mr. Upadhyay, Satish Upadhyay of the BJP is leading in Malviya Nagar.
In Chandni Chowk, you know, we discussed this during the exit polls day also. In Chandni Chowk, the RSS, which used to work with, and it's their old gad. They really worked door-to-door campaigning and they worked quietly out there saying, getting their voters to come back and believe in the BJP and in the ideology and getting them to come to cast their vote. That's another thing, you know. Pehle hota tha ki wo dukandar of Chandni Chowk used to shut shop and go and vote for the BJP because there was so much at stake. This time they told them that, yeah, come and vote. So if they have done this, and Balimara, remember that song? Unse milna purani Delhi mein.
What about this whole,
you know, so it's really like that. It's that Chandni Chowk area. And coming back to what Rahul was saying about
Dari mein talak
teri meri kahani Delhi mein.
Guys, I'm saying on some channels they sing, you know.
Yeah, we let Manoj Tiwari come and sing again on the channel.
On some channels, the anchors also dance.
They stand.
I doubt if they're doing that right now.
No, but Smita Prakash,
in our channel we can sing and we can dance, but right now we've got a job to do, so we're doing our jobs.
So one point which Rahul was making, which is that, you know, if it's what happens to the Aam Aadmi Party if both implode, which is Kejriwal as well as Aam Aadmi Party. If that happens, then take the signal which Omar has just tweeted, that he is the first of the bloc from the India Alliance to say that lado. You know, if that is what is going to happen, I stick my neck out to say that there will be some kind of a third front which will come out minus the BJP, minus the Congress. KCR tried it in 2024, did not happen, and it was a disastrous start. But I see that happening.
No, on the contrary, I think if AAP loses and Kejriwal loses, Rahul Gandhi will be happy.
Yeah.
It reinforces his position in the India alliance.
Yes, so I want to ask a question then. Zach, I want to ask you this question.
And if the Congress shows a growth in vote,
it doesn't matter whether they get 0 MLAs. Rahul Gandhi will be happy.
So tell me, will Rahul Gandhi then accept this verdict?
Of course he will. Why will he not?
Well, because you know, the EVM, the EC, what's he going to say?
But if the Congress posts a 2 to 3% up in vote share, despite getting any seats, then they will take the verdict, and if Arvind Kejriwal loses, they will only be happy.
I just want to make a small conventional wisdom point, which Zach, please bear me out on this. We all began by saying, what is the low turnout going to mean? The low turnout is going in BJP's favor.
We're also putting the vote share numbers as of now. See, BJP is at 52%, AAP is at 40%, 12% gap between the BJP and the AAP.
It's a reversal.
Yeah, it's a reverse. It's a reverse. Griha, live result up. Yes, Griha.
I am going to tell you, Anand, about really close calls that we are getting. Do you know the number of votes that Arvind Kejriwal is trailing by? Just 48. That is the number. That's how thin the margin is. Atishi, we are learning, is trailing by 1159 votes so far. The counting is still on first round. But Rohini, we've got an update. The BJP chief Delhi, Mr. Virendra Gupta, in fact, is trailing by just 48 votes. That is how thin the margin is. Right. And as far as the other rounds are concerned, Anand, we are also getting to know that as far as Kirari, 23 rounds are supposed to be counted. There have been just 2 that have happened so far. BJP has the lead by just 290 votes. That's how slim the margin is. And also, this is what has happened in Rajendra Nagar. Just a short while back, after the 2 rounds, we were learning that Aam Aadmi Party has an edge by just 676 votes. And in just 5 minutes, that edge has increased to more than 7,800 votes. So that is how it is, in fact, oscillating, and in fact, it's becoming...
What's the status with Manish Sisodia?
Manish Sisodia, we do not have an update yet because the first round
is
still on.
You know, there's been a flip in Mustafabad. Abhijit Majumdar, Mustafabad, now Mohan Singh Bisht of the BJP is leading in Mustafabad. It was the AAP candidate who was leading there before.
Which means Tahir Hussain must have cut into the votes of the Congress.
Possibly. So Mr. Bisht is leading of
that
the BJP.
That is Oasis party.
Yes.
So if they have cut into the votes, we have to see how much they have cut into the votes. If the Congress has gained vote share, how much they have gained vote share. These are all important stories.
But what it does tell you...
But the national picture,
it's a close, down to the wire kind of contest. This was not expected. This was not expected. The AAP was saying that, look, these exit polls have got it completely wrong. Now, yes, the exit polls might have overemphasized the seats on the basis of vote share, but this is not a canter. Everyone's going to sweat in the AAP. They're going to sweat. They're going to have a huge suspense building in the AAP till about 12 o'clock. Because
there is a loss of faith in the AAP that is evident right now, even though there is just the first or second round of
counting. And we don't also know.
If this trend holds, then that means a huge loss of faith in this entire Kejri model of governance.
There is definitely a mood overall vote share is very high for BJP. Yeah. Maybe there are a few close seats, but those are very...
But it tells you there is a mood swing away. I mean, even if you were looking at this, no exit poll has been able to poll so many voters.
Correct.
Even first round of Delhi, no exit poll comes close to even polling that much sentiment.
Yeah,
that sentiment, I don't know. I'm sensing that there is trouble for the AAP. How much trouble they are in,
If Mr.
we'll
Kejriwal, Mr. Sisodia and Atishi, all 3 big faces of the AAP are trailing, then I think it's clearly, the voters of Delhi seem to have made up their
Obviously,
mind.
we'll also have to look at pockets, because Delhi things change very quickly in pockets. So it could be that in New Delhi, some of the more urban areas have been sort of polled right now. Some of the less privileged areas are yet to sort of, I don't know, we'll have to see.
What's your thinking?
What's
Delhi is a very small
thinking is that AAP will definitely
roughly voters,
not
compared to 4 lakh in most of those. So you're right. I mean, the trend could change.
I agree, he might be on to something.
The trend could change very fast in New Delhi because it is a very small constituency.
Small, but it also has
Rahul's vote also.
It also has pockets of destitution.
Rahul's vote, Nalin's vote,
48 votes.
Abhijit's vote, Smita's vote, everybody.
I'm in South Delhi.
Rahul is in South Delhi. He's a little more on the posher side of it.
No, but he lives in Lutyens. He's the Khan Market gang.
Khan Market gang with the RSS initials. The real outsider. No, but fundamentally, look, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a long day. I think it's going to be at least 11:30 till you have 5 or 6 rounds in. Let's not jump the gun. I know a lot of channels will be...
We are not in any hurry to call this election or anything.
Exactly.
I was just saying that by 9:45, 10, you'll have all the netas coming out. And each neta, even beyond what they say, it's about how they walk, what their how-bow is, what their body language is.
What are they
we would know. We will know which way the drift is moving, which way the...
If this trend holds of vote share, then I think the margin of victory will be much higher for BJP. I think this seat share will
seat share will increase.
Seats. Because it's 52%. I mean, that's...
I mean, if the vote share holds at 51, I mean, this is going to be a...
landslide.
It's going to be a mirror of the perhaps last election in reverse.
You know, maybe that not resigning in jail was not a good idea. Now, it's retrospectively, I mean, I think the whole thing, because it was basically to keep his power, but saying ki chala lenge yahin se, that's never happened. Even like Jayalalitha and all.
Also, when he came back, he said this election is a referendum on me. And if he loses,
well, he tried that
44-25.
The latest numbers of the vote share, I think there is a change now. Can we just see that? I don't know if it is 49-44, 49-42. So it's 49 and 42. So the vote share numbers are also shifting.
I have an interesting setup.
Now it's 7%.
Can I tell you something interesting? Apart from Delhi, there's another election happening which is in Milkipur.
Milkipur, yeah.
And BJP is leading there at the moment.
That's expected.
That's the prestige battle.
Record numbers in
Ayodhya.
It's a grudge match.
And it's a record turnout as far as voting is concerned in Milkipur.
Since you were asking about the women voter, Rahul, so out of the 41 seats where women voted in higher numbers, BJP is leading in 24, AAP is leading in 16. So the women voter, the BJP seems to have clawed it out of the AAP's grasp.
Early days, of course, early days. I'm not going to right now. Look, some of the women voters that I spoke with who came from the more disadvantaged classes kept saying that they're going to be voting for the AAP. So I don't know. I'm still hedging my bets.
So that there is a huge chunk of voters who may still swing with the Aam Aadmi Party, and that may realize that may come to manifest on the screen. It's possible. Nearly 19 seats ahead right now, the BJP in terms of.
So, let me ask you.
So the AAP has to play some catch up to get to up to 36.
Anand, let me ask you this. You've been asking all the questions. Let me ask you a question.
Jay.
If the AAP gets 42% of the vote, the BJP gets about 47% of the vote. If these things now hold and they get a majority, would the AAP say that we were out and we are a down and out party, or will they say, no, actually we got 42%. That means 42% of the people who press the button in Delhi still have faith in us. We are now the opposition party.
Here I am going to quote Rashid Kidwai, who says that vote share is the bahana of the loser.
Loser's argument.
So it's the loser's argument. That's what Rashid Kidwai had come and said when we were speaking last and he was with us. So he said ki vote share is the bahana of the loser. So I am going to stick to that, because for the Aam Aadmi Party, if you are losing vote share, if your top 3 leaders are trailing, and if you are not able to hold on to Delhi, then this was the fulcrum. This was the base from which you expanded into Punjab.
I think it's
you went to Haryana,
existential.
went to Himachal. You tried to become a national party using Delhi as your plank, and this was the Kejri model of governance, the fulcrum and the base for it. This is the fountainhead. If you've lost here, that means your political relevance nationally will get impacted and will get hurt. Griha, yes, Griha.
2,300, more than 2,300.
Yes, Griha.
Okay, we have an update on Atishi. The margin has really closed in. She's just trailing by 193. We have an update on Sisodia. Second round of counting in Jangpura is leading by over 2,300 votes. So there is a lead of Manish Sisodia that he has managed so far. And we're also getting an important update, Anand, from Rohini, where Aam Aadmi Party's Pradeep Mittal is leading, but that margin of Vijendra Gupta and Pradeep just 48. So Atishi has also managed to in fact close in on that, and Sisodia has got the lead.
Yes, but the fact is Arvind Kejriwal at this point continues to trail, and this is very close. This is neck and neck. 3 top leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party should be racing away with the mandate from the time the boxes open, be it postal or EVM ballots. But it's becoming tight for them, and that's reflective of the fortunes of the AAP. Although the AAP now is playing catch up on the leaderboard. Now have a look at this. They have now come to 27 seats. The BJP's lead, which was nearly about 46 some time back, has come down to 42. So the gap is closing in, and the Aam Aadmi Party is inching closer to that halfway mark. They need to get 9 more seats to get to 36, whereas the BJP needs to hold on to this lead.
Which are the seats that they are flipping? Sultanpur, Majra, like I said, about half an hour ago, BJP was leading. There, the AAP candidate is leading. You have Mangolpuri, where again, BJP was leading about half an hour ago. Now the AAP candidate is leading. In Mr. Virendra Gupta's seat, even though that lead is very, very narrow, 48 votes, as Griha was pointing out, Virendra Gupta is trailing right now in Rohini, and in Nangloi Jat, again, the AAP candidate there is leading. Also in Tilak Nagar, the AAP candidate there is leading, and in the neighbouring constituency of Vikaspuri again, the Aam Aadmi Party candidate is leading. So it's closing in again, Rahul Shivshankar. It's 41 to BJP and 28 to Aam Aadmi Party.
We have Ramesh Biduri who's spoken. Let's just listen in.
दिल्ली की आपदा से लोग परेशान हैं और आपदा से परेशान होने के कारण दिल्ली में जो लोगों ने नर्क झेला है 10 साल, तो मुझे लगता है कि दिल्ली के सम्मानित नागरिक पूर्ण बहुमत भारतीय जनता पार्टी को देंगे और जो देश में विकास हुआ है उस विकास को देखते हुए दिल्ली में भी विकास होना चाहिए। इस मानसिकता को लेकर लोग त्रस्त हैं। पानी एक बूंद बढ़ाया नहीं गया, वो 950 MGD पानी 1300 MGD चाहिए दिल्ली में। तो दिल्ली के लोगों ने इस बारी बदलाव का मूड रखा है और जो राष्ट्र के अंदर मोदी साहब ने विकास किया पूरे देश में, दिल्ली भी उसी दिशा में चले कि दिल्ली का विकास हो। इसलिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी दिल्ली में, भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीतेगी। कुछ शीला जी के द्वारा सीटों का जो डिलिमिटेशन किसी जमाने में कांग्रेस के द्वारा किया गया, जिससे खुद ही अपनी वो हिट विकेट शीला दीक्षित जी हुई थी, इस प्रकार की कॉन्स्पिरेसी करके कि वोटों को सीटों को इस तरह से बनाया गया। एक वर्ग है जो वर्ग भारतीय जनता पार्टी को वोट कास्ट करने में परहेज करता है, उनको धीरे धीरे जोड़ जाड़ के ऐसा करने का प्रयास शीला जी ने किया था। उस डेमोग्राफी के कारण केजरीवाल 2 बार चुनाव इसलिए जीत गए कि मुफ्त की रेवड़ी बांटनी और झूठे वायदे करने। अब 10 साल में केजरीवाल जी एक्सपोज हो गए कि वो केवल झूठे वायदे करते हैं, कर कुछ सकते नहीं है।
पीछे चल रही है सर, आप आगे लीड कर रहे हैं, किस तरीके से?
देखो, ये कालका जी की जनता का डेवलपमेंट को लेकर अगर उनको चाहिए डेवलपमेंट होगा तो स्वाभाविक है आतिशी की वो विदाई करेंगे। वो मैं कोई किसी को लीड देने वाला नहीं हूँ, ये कोई रेसलिंग नहीं है, ये कोई कंपटीशन टेस्ट दे के हम आगे नहीं बढ़ रहे हैं, ये जनता के आशीर्वाद का है। कालका जी की जनता आशीर्वाद अगर देगी तो स्वाभाविक है आतिशी को लौटना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि आतिशी ने पिछले 5 साल में क्षेत्र में केजरीवाल जी ने दिल्ली में कुछ कराया नहीं है। और अगर इन परिस्थितियों में भी केजरीवाल को लोग अगर वोट देते हैं तो वो वर्ग जो देश में विकास, देश की तरक्की चाहता है, तो वो लोग वास्तव में इस बात को लेकर व्यथित होगा। लेकिन मेरा 100% मानना है कि इस बारी आपदा जा रही है और भाजपा आ रही है दिल्ली के विकास को लेकर।
आप होंगे सर, बीजेपी के मुख्यमंत्री के चेहरा आप होंगे? ये
बेकार की बातें करने का लाभ नहीं है। हम सेवा के काम करने के लिए राजनीति में हैं। ना तो केजरीवाल हमारे बारे में तय करेगा, ना कोई और तय करेगा। हमारा पार्टी नेतृत्व है और हम किस व्यक्ति का कहाँ उपयोग होता है उस हिसाब से राष्ट्र के निर्माण में कौन कहाँ बढ़िया काम कर सकता है। हम जैसे पहले 3 बार विधायक रहे थे तब कौन से तब विकास सेवा की।
Election Commission also, the BJP has crossed the halfway mark at about 36 leads, but there is a realignment that is happening. The BJP's lead has slid to 40, Aam Aadmi Party catching up and nearing the 30 number at 29. Arvind Kejriwal, for the first time since counting has begun, has now moved into the lead. Zaka Jacob.
Jangpura also, Mr. Sisodia is leading in Jangpura and Mr. Kejriwal is leading in New Delhi. I think in a matter of about half an hour, you will see Atishi also catch up on the lead. Which is perhaps why Mr. Biduri came quickly and gave his bite. But I think slowly you're seeing that catch up happening.
Since 30 and 39 now, both of them in 30s in terms of leads also.
Sorry. So for the first time since counting began, Mr. Kejriwal and Mr. Sisodia are both leading right now.
So Ravi Srivastava finally chirping
finding
a bit,
voice,
smiling a bit, finding his voice, because the AAP is now getting into the competition.
But if the Axis poll or the other polls are to hold, the exit polls, then this is where things will start breaking away. That the AAP will get restricted to about 28, 29 and the BJP will start streaking ahead. Now we'll have to watch that, because if that doesn't happen, that means the exit polls were slightly off the mark. This is going to be a really tight contest and it's going to go down to the wire. Until 12 o'clock we may not even still have a result which is worthy of being called.
I think this election, either the Aam Aadmi Party will face an existential crisis or the exit poll industry, because they can't keep getting it wrong again and again.
Vote disaster for the exit polls.
So one of the other entities will have existential crisis, either the AAP or the exit poll industry. Yes, Kriha. Arvind Kejriwal leading now. Yes.
trailing Zaka. So even as Arvind Kejriwal has managed that lead, Saurabh Bhardwaj, one of the key candidates of the Aam Aadmi Party, is now trailing by just 250, in fact, by 459 votes, I'm told. Atishi's margin has also now increased back to over 1,000 votes, in fact 1,100, that Mr. Biduri is in fact leading as far as Kalkaji is concerned.
Is now trailing.
And 254, that's the lead for Arvind Kejriwal from New Delhi.
Only by Saurabh Bhardwaj, everyone was saying, has done the best work.
He's trailing. I think this is really close. It's going to go down to the wire till.
Now see, again flip-flop happened. AAP slips to 28. BJP
You
leads to
cannot
42.
have a one-sided
So with
horse
each
race.
round of counting and each constituency, I think the leads will be very, very tight.
I mean, if you're talking about a 42% vote share,
yeah.
Even at the worst, all exit polls said the BJP, the AAP will get 42%. That means they're going to be in the running for a long time.
Well, Ramesh Biduri, who's just once again got into the lead against Atishi, is with us, and Alka Lamba is with us here. Ananya, yes.
कि आम आदमी पार्टी एक्सपोज 100% हो गई। दिल्ली के लोगों ने उनको एक चांस दिया था, उन्होंने झूठ बोला, पहले 5 साल में कुछ नहीं किया, मुझे मोदी जी काम नहीं करने दे रहे। अब उन्होंने माना है कि मैं सड़कें नहीं बना पाया, जबरन साफ नहीं कर पाया, खुद मान लिया। अब नहीं कहा उन्होंने मोदी जी काम नहीं करने दे रहे, क्योंकि अगर वो ये कहते तो फिर दिल्ली की जनता कहती कि मोदी जी तो 5 साल और प्रधानमंत्री रहने वाले हैं, तो हम क्यों तुझे वोट दें, क्यों विकास कराएं। तो कुछ लोगों ने, जो केजरीवाल ने रेवड़ियां बांटी अपने निजी लोगों को, और कुछ गरीब लोगों को उन्होंने, अपने निजी लोगों को और कुछ गरीब लोगों को उन्होंने जो रेवड़ी बांटकर लालच देने का काम किया था, उसमें काफी हद तक लोगों ने उनको नकार दिया है।
बार बार ये कहा जा रहा है कि जो इलेक्शन कमीशन है उसका इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है, पुलिस का इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है, वोट को इधर उधर करने के लिए। किस तरीके से आप
ये शुरू से ट्रेंड चला रहा है, अपनी कभी कोई देखता नहीं है। चोर अदालत में खड़ा होकर कभी थोड़ी कहता मैंने चोरी की है, पुलिस ने मुझे नाजायज बंद कर दिया है। तो एजेंसियां, संस्थाएं कभी किसी को चुनाव बनाती होती तो इमरजेंसी के दौरान भी इंदिरा जी ने इमरजेंसी लगाई थी, 77 में चुनाव हुए थे और इंदिरा जी को लोगों ने हटा दिया था जी। तो संस्थाएं, एजेंसियां अपना काम करती हैं, इसी काम के लिए बनाए, लोकतंत्र को स्थापित रखने के लिए। उन पर झूठे दोषारोपण नहीं करने चाहिए।
So this was Mr. Ramesh Biduri who was speaking to us. You heard him saying that the Aam Aadmi Party has lost its mandate. The people of Delhi are not choosing the Aam Aadmi Party, and all the allegations that have been leveled by, in fact, the Aam Aadmi Party, as far as the election commission is concerned, all of them are completely baseless. Because
we'll have to see whether or not he holds on to that lead that he has, Ananya, right now. Whether or not he has that lead, which is a slender one, about 1,100 votes, as we got the report from the live result hub, vis-a-vis Atishi and Alka Lamba. So 42 leads for the BJP, 28 for the Aam Aadmi Party. The Congress lead has also gone away.
Yeah,
so the Congress is 0 now.
Yeah,
so the Badli seat has now flipped.
BJP is leading.
So the BJP has now taken the Badli seat away from the Congress party. So the Congress is at 0. I'm going to check if Nikul Patel is still with us. But what does this then define national politics? How is it defined? So it's a live studio. It's about 9:45 in the morning. All of you watching this broadcast, our viewers must be just having your breakfast and then that half cup of chai or coffee, as your habit is. There is food doing the rounds even on our tables here quietly with all our guests sneaking in.
Except
a few
for the two of us.
Except for the two of us who are standing here and getting you this coverage. Huh?
Sing for your supper.
No, I'll tell you what. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, viewers, if you help us out, here's the promise that we are making. If you help us out, if you are with us right through this result day live coverage, and if we are the number one on YouTube, if we are the number one on television, if we are the number one across the platforms, because you are sticking with us as we get you the real numbers, you will see song and dance here. That's what we can promise.
So
it doesn't matter which party wins, which party loses.
We are leading on YouTube with 3,13,000 concurrent viewers right now.
Yeah, it's got to happen till the result happens. It's got to happen till the result consolidates. So you got to stay with us and you will see song and dance here. That's the promise we can make. Not because a political party has won or a pollster has got something right. It's because you are with us here on News 18. Yeah.
Okay, but very quickly, look, let's just get back to the grind here, so to speak, the standing vigil that you guys are keeping. Look at look at that map and look at the vote share. Now the vote share is the interesting game here. That means the BJP has got some momentum behind it. That means even in this initial stage, where leads are going up and back and forth, etc., etc. This is not a walkover for the AAP by any stretch of the imagination. the BJP is very tightly in the lead in vote share terms. And
but there's a 5% gap only, huh? So the AAP has narrowed the gap.
Remember,
5% gap is enough.
most polls gave it 42, 48 in any case. So if the exit poll, at least one of them
to 47.6 versus 42.9.
That's right.
Which is exactly in line with what the average of the polls was saying.
Average exit pollsters. So the exit pollsters have done some serious homework this time because their credibility is also offline.
But look at the ground the BJP has, traversed. So it's 11% in the positive. That's not small. That's a huge swing. At least.
And the AAP has also slid down the same 11%.
Exactly.
So that entire swing voter.
This tells you there is a mood here which is not in the favor of the AAP. Now, how much we don't know. Whether it will result in a lot of conversions of seats.
This is important because AAP was for the last 10 years seen as Delhi was seen as an impregnable castle for AAP.
Yes.
And that, certainly AAP went into this election 4 or 5 months back thinking that. Kejriwal, even the Lok Sabha, betted his entire credibility on the line, which people didn't listen to. So this is a tectonic shift, I think, in Delhi politics. Whatever the final number is, something is shifted in Delhi's politics.
Shifted in Delhi's politics, and the AAP had a huge advantage. They decided all their seats first. They did all the campaigning much before.
And by that I mean, sorry, I want to add, Smita, what I mean is that for 25 years, Delhi has not trusted trusted the BJP for a state election. And that seems to be changing.
I just wanted to bring in these two women from the Aam Aadmi Party. Very Draupadi kind of fight that they've led. One is Alka Lamba and the other one is Swati Maliwal. Swati Maliwal, of course, has been going, door-to-door campaigning against Kejriwal, made it a very intense personal battle against Kejriwal.
A lot of Kula in opposite
and the second, if I may complete, the second one is Alka Lamba, who went to the Congress, and from Kalkaji Assembly, she seems to have conceded because she says no matter what the result, we'll keep fighting, etc., etc. But she says that if Arvind Kejriwal is trailing or losing, she says it for certain Manish Sisodia and Atishi will also lose.
Wow.
These two women, that's one point that Alka Lamba said.
Why is she a factor?
She is a bigger factor than people discuss. People talk about all kinds of things on development model and all. But that women voter that you keep saying that AAP has, they still have a lot of that. But there has been erosion because, and we don't want to put any conjectures, all kind of rumors going around. But Delhi is very good with rumors.
So out of the women voter,
and those kind of rumors are, and that whole violence in his office, things like that, that dented the whole.
The women voter constituency is 41. BJP is leading in 26 and AAP only in 15. But BJP last time around won only one of those seats. So 25 out of 26 are seats that the AAP held.
So it's a real. Mr. Kejriwal's statement, he says if the women vote sticks with us, we're through. If it doesn't, now if there's even a breach in this women vote, this was a real consolidated vote behind the AAP. If that is shifting, even by 50%, there's trouble.
ये RSS की पैनी नजर women voters पे है. From the word go, he's been saying.
Well, because they are decisive. I know. It's a very strange. It's a very strangely articulated.
No, I didn't mean it. He's been talking
because
about
they are the most sensible, the most steadfast voters. Okay. Nothing much more than that.
Totally flattered with your dependence on women voters to make such a difference in the Delhi election.
No, but I want to make a point. Women voters in this election. This is the first election in Delhi State Assembly where more women have voted than men.
Manikam Tagore has just.
There you go.
Congress is
not in
absolute numbers. No, again, not in absolute
numbers. Not in absolute numbers. Percentage.
Not even in percentage terms. But anyway, go
on. Yes, I think.
No, only in some.
In some constituencies, not overall. Okay, now Manikam Tagore of the Congress has just tweeted December 1st, 2024. The question asked to Arvind Kejriwal in a press conference, will there be a Gadbandhan in Delhi? And he said, Delhi mein koi Gadbandhan nahi hoga. And he said, hashtag Delhi results. So that's what Manikam Tagore is.
So Manikam Tagore represents, you know who? The High Command.
High Command. So the Congress saying, it was Arvind Kejriwal who walked out of the Gadbandhan. Arvind Kejriwal who walked out of the Gadbandhan, dekho natija kya ho gaya.
Yeah. So is this guy actually not speaking to the AAP? Is he speaking to the Sandeep Dikshits of his party who did not want an alliance with the AAP? That's also a question that can be thrown up here.
Correct. So within the Congress also there are two groups. One group that wanted to continue with the India alliance and they continue to work with AAP. One group now that is blaming Aam Aadmi.
Not even a single constituency.
Okay.
Anand, in this what happens is that there are some who are saying कि हम long term देख रहे थे. What is the long term repercussions? अब long term got over in 2024. Elections are over, so now you have to look short term, which is why in Haryana, when the Aam Aadmi Party totally announced that all 90 we are going to be fighting on our own, that was a sure shot signal that when in Haryana they don't even exist, you know, and to say that we will take on, they are not willing to even talk to the Congress party in Haryana. That was a sure shot signal that in Delhi they're not going to talk to you. So ye lagbag mana ho gaya, which Arvind Kejriwal had said about the Congress. This time it was the other way round. It was lagbag mana kari diya maine. From Aam Aadmi Party.
And the point that I want to make about women, coming back to this conversation, importantly, look, in a low turnout, where men have not come out in adequate numbers to be counted, women have actually done better than men in proportion by coming out to be counted. Not in absolute numbers, in proportion. So, fundamentally, the women had more skin in this game. The men were slightly more, well, I mean, you know, what difference does it make? AAP or BJP, hamara kya hai? The point is, the woman voter is going to be the swing voter of this election, and that's why Mr. Kejriwal, being a canny politician, made that desperate appeal at the last moment.
The 10%.
Yes, अगर आप आओगी हमारे लिए तो फिर हम बच जाएंगे, नहीं आओगी तो फिर हमारा प्रॉब्लम.
तो उसमें भी टेढ़ा बोला ना that the EVMs are going to be working against the Aam Aadmi Party, but that EVM का negative will turn positive if the women voter votes for us. There was like multiple
different EVMs.
This is anecdotal, Rahul, but you know, I was speaking to somebody who lives in Old Delhi. It's a traditional affluent family, and she was telling me that the lower middle class households, etc., that she was speaking to, and this is entirely anecdotal, but they were saying that we would this time दीदी हम लोग तो बीजेपी को वोट करेंगे.
मेरा सो उल्टा चल रहा है.
क्योंकि 25
the anecdotal evidence that I got was completely different from this.
25 दे रहे हैं और बीजेपी तो देता भी है. So BJP has a track record of direct benefit transfer.
Maybe that Punjab non-delivery has cost. I mean, you can't be lying on one side of the border and then expecting people to believe you.
These days news travels, and even the Maharashtra scheme, like it's not like people in Delhi have not heard. Like they're like, okay, that's worked there. So
consistency is what is the lack of consistency, perhaps in the AAP between the Karni and the Kathni.
One has to give it to the BJP, the way it has come back from 4th June 2024, when it did, significantly worse than what it had expected.
Can we go back to that magic wand and go into some of the clusters, Zach, and get a sense of really, I mean,
lower income groups, again, it's sort of neck and neck, but the BJP has done better than the AAP. 19 out of 32 seats, which are lower income groups. 19 of those seats the BJP is leading in, 13 only for the AAP. But it's a 16 loss. So 16 more seats the AAP had. They had 29 of the lower income seats out of 32 last time around. It's a significant erosion of the lower income seats as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned. The middle class, we keep talking about the middle class, almost anywhere between a third and a fourth of Delhi is middle class. Out of 28 out of 70 seats, again the BJP, 18 out of those 28 the BJP is leading in, the AAP only in 10. A large part of that comes from West Delhi, and I keep going back to West Delhi, whether it's Harinagar, whether it is Rajouri Garden, whether it is Moti Nagar, whether it is Patel Nagar, all of these seats, it is the BJP candidate who is leading.
And these are high density clusters.
And these are high population clusters.
Saurabh still trailing in
Yes, Saurabh Bharadwaj is trailing in Greater Kailash, and so is Mr. Bharti in Malviya Nagar.
Saurabh Bharadwaj trailing, this just goes to show that the Congress has impacted on the Aam Aadmi Party because the BJP candidate was not expected to win. Shikha Roy, she was not expected to win at all. But the Aam Aadmi Party has got hit because him trailing makes absolute no sense. So here the Congress has eaten up into the Aam Aadmi Party
votes. Even in the neighbouring constituency of Kasturba Nagar, where Abhishek Dutt of the Congress is fighting, it's the BJP candidate who's leading there in Kasturba Nagar.
Here what happens is Abhishek Dutt was the favourite to win out here. So again the vote has got splintered between the Congress and the AAP, and BJP.
Can we have a comparison of the two maps? The last assembly and this one?
This is 2025 map. Let's go and check the 2020 Vidhan Sabha map. Here you go. This is the 2020 Vidhan Sabha.
Wow. I mean, this is a complete chameleon-like color change.
Yeah. So
I mean, this
because it mirrors the Lok Sabha map. That's one point.
I wish we could put all the three maps together: the Lok Sabha map, the Vidhan Sabha 2020 map, and of course the 25 map. That would give us a fair indication of which way this election is going.
This is the 2025 Vidhan Sabha. Let's look at the Lok Sabha 2024, whether it mirrors Lok Sabha 2024. More or less.
More or less. And it's those pockets where the Congress and the AAP together made impact. That's again where in 2025 the AAP continues to hold a bit of sway.
The Congress clearly has lost its vote to the BJP
and also it's moved to the the Congress is that no player here, but it's the third. It's the third player. Ramesh Biduri ji is with us. Ramesh Biduri ji, namaste. कालका जी में आपको क्या लग रहा है? अभी तक तो दिख रहा है कि आप आगे हैं, बढ़त आपको भी है और भाजपा को भी है दिल्ली में.
नहीं, देखो केजरीवाल ने जो 10 साल में झूठ परोसा, केजरीवाल ने जो बेईमानी की सारी हदें पार की, शराब घोटाला करना, 52 करोड़ का शीश महल बना लेना अपने लिए, दिल्ली के झुग्गी झोपड़ी के लोग वही नार के जीवन जीते रहे, पीने का दिल्ली वासियों को पानी नहीं, और आपने कहा मैं सिक्योरिटी लूंगा, 2 राज्य की सिक्योरिटी, आपने कहा कार नहीं लूंगा, 2.5-3 करोड़ की कारें आपने खरीद ली 10 साल में सरकारी. तो इसीलिए केजरीवाल जी एक्सपोज हुए. यमुना को मैं साफ नहीं कर पाऊंगा, 5-6 में वोट मांगने नहीं आऊंगा, और बेहयाई के कारण फिर वोट मांगने आ गई, तो इतना तो दिल्ली की जनता समझेगी. एक वर्ग है वो नहीं समझने वाला है, उनको केवल बीजेपी से एलर्जी है, तो वो वर्ग नहीं समझेगा, लेकिन बाकी दिल्ली की जनता तो समझेगी ना जी.
पर रमेश बिदुरी जी, इस बार तो बीजेपी ने भी रेवड़ियां बांटी हैं. उन्होंने भी कहा है कि जो आपको मिल रहा था वो तो मिलेगा ही, उससे ज्यादा देंगे. तो फिर फर्क क्या हो गया दोनों में? फिर
कौन जानता है यार.
आई एम सॉरी. पढ़े लिखे होने के बाद अंतर करना सीखिए. ये चैनल जो करते हैं, बीजेपी ने कभी रेवड़ी नहीं बांटी. बीजेपी ने गरीब आदमी के एम्पावरमेंट के लिए, उसकी आवश्यकता की पूर्ति के लिए गरीबों को दिया है. अगर अन्न दिया जा रहा है 6,000 लोगों को, 6,000 रुपए लोगों को, तो छोटे किसानों को, गरीबों को दिया जा रहा है, सबको नहीं दिया जा रहा. गैस का कनेक्शन क्या गरीब परिवार की बेटी को नहीं मिलना चाहिए? 70 साल में हो या नहीं हो पाया? वो मजदूरी करता है, तो 11 करोड़ गैस के कनेक्शन दिए. झुग्गी झोपड़ी में रहने वाली जो माता बहनें हैं, जो गरीब परिवार की बहनें हैं, उनको अगर मध्य प्रदेश में पहले से बीजेपी देती आ रही है महिला सम्मान के रूप में, वो देने की बात करिए. तुम ही अपने जेब खर्चा, अगर पापा जब तुम्हें स्कूल भेजते रहे होंगे या अपने बेटे को भेजोगे, और उसकी पॉकेट मनी आप 500 रुपये दे दो 10वीं क्लास में, और 11वीं में पॉकेट मनी 400 कर दो, तो बेटा क्या कहेगा आपके बारे में? एक बार इस देश में किसी को कोई चीज मिल जाती है तो लोकतंत्र में लोग कहते हैं मेरा हक छीनने का काम हो रहा है. तो मोदी जी किसी का हक नहीं छीनते. किसी सरकार ने ऐसी गलती की है और किसी को अननेसेसरी उसको देने का काम किया है, तो मोदी जी उसका हक क्यों छीने? तो मोदी जी ने कहा है जिसको हक पुरानी सरकारों ने दिया उसका हक अब मिलता रहेगा. उसके लिए डेवलपमेंट इफेक्ट पड़ेगा, लेकिन केंद्र से मदद करके डेवलपमेंट को दिल्ली में किया जाएगा. तो इसीलिए मोदी साहब ने कोई रेवड़ी नहीं बांटी है, कोई नई ऐसी योजना लागू नहीं की. जो पहले से बीजेपी 10 साल से देश में दे रही है, वही दिल्ली में घोषणा की गई है.
पर एक बात बताइए रमेश बिथुरी जी, अगर आम आदमी पार्टी कहती है महिलाओं को 2100 देंगे, बीजेपी ने कहा है कि हम 2500 देंगे, तो कहीं ना कहीं आज राजनीति कहीं उस लेवल पर नहीं आ गई कि आपको जो कहा गया वो देना तो पड़ेगा, उसके ऊपर से आपको गवर्नेंस करके दिखाना पड़ेगा? ये चैलेंज तो बढ़ गए आपके.
बिल्कुल, हम कोई चैलेंज नहीं है. हम मध्य प्रदेश में दे रहे हैं 1000 रुपए, हम छत्तीसगढ़ में दे रहे हैं, हम महाराष्ट्र में दे रहे हैं, हम हरियाणा में दे रहे हैं. कोई इफेक्ट हुआ क्या? कोई डेवलपमेंट पे फर्क पड़ा क्या? मोदी जी किसान सम्मान निधि के 11 करोड़ लोगों को 6,000 दे रहे हैं, कोई डेवलपमेंट पे फर्क पड़ा क्या? वो बजट की रेशो देखी जाती है, बजट के अनुसार कितना पैसा लोगों के वेलफेयर के लिए लगाना है, कितना पैसा डेवलपमेंट में लगाना है. लेकिन आप एक मुश्त, जब बांग्लादेश से आ जाओ, चाहे कोई वर्ग हो, किसी को आवश्यकता है नहीं है, लो मुझे वोट दे दो, लालच लोगों में देकर और सबको बांट रहे हो, इसको रेवड़ी कहते हैं.
देखिए, आप दिल्ली
मीडिया को समझना पड़ेगा. सॉरी,
नहीं, मैं समझ गया आपकी बात, पर ये कंपल्शन भी तो हो गया. मैं इस बात से कह रहा हूं कि एक राजनेता होकर के आपकी भूमिका काफी इंपॉर्टेंट भी हो सकती है आगे जाकर, जैसा भी पार्टी तय करेगी. लेकिन मैं ये चाहता हूं कि क्या ये दिल्ली की पॉलिटिक्स हो गई है कि जब तक आप कुछ किसी को फ्री में नहीं देते हो तब तक वो आपको वोट नहीं देंगे, और उसके बाद आपको जो भी काम करना है उनके लिए वो भी करना पड़ेगा, विकास का काम.
देखो, ये ट्रेंड साउथ से चल रहा है. बंगाल में देखिए आप, बंगाल में क्या चल रहा है, तेलंगाना में देखिए आप, तमिलनाडु में देखिए आप, है ना. ये सब जगह ट्रेंड चलाने का प्रयास किया, ये भाजपा ने नहीं किया. देश इसीलिए कांग्रेस के टाइम में भी यही चला, एक वर्ग रईस होता चला गया था. ये ट्रेंड पहले से चला आ रहा है. एकदम आने के बाद अगर हाथ किसी पत्थर के नीचे दब जाए, उसको झटके से खींचोगे तो छिल जाएगा, उसको धीरे धीरे निकाला जाता है। तो इसलिए ट्रेंड चल रहा है, लोगों में विश्वास धीरे धीरे मोदी जी पैदा कर रहे हैं कि गरीब आदमी का अगर विकसित भारत हो जाएगा तो उसको एक टेंशन खत्म हो जाएगी कि MBBS उसका अगर प्रतिभाशाली बच्चा करना चाहेगा तो उसको फीस नहीं देनी पड़ेगी। आज आयुष्मान भारत कार्ड बनाकर 5 लाख लोगों को हेल्थ फैसिलिटी जो देने का काम मोदी जी कर रहे हैं, तो इसलिए जो बीमार होगा उसी को मिलेगा ना। तो अब आदमी को ये लगेगा कि मेरे परिवार में कोई बीमार हो जाएगा, मुझे गहने नहीं बेचने पड़ेंगे, मुझे असेसरी दो हराम से पैसा लेकर उसको इकट्ठा नहीं करना पड़ेगा, वो सेटिस्फैक्शन हो जाएगा उस व्यक्ति को। तो इस प्रकार की योजनाएं लाकर कि जो नीडी है उसको दिया जाए, इसमें थोड़ा समय लगेगा, लेकिन ये बंद हो जाएगा धीरे धीरे मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में। मोदी जी को बंद।
आपका आकलन क्या है कालका जी को लेकर और दिल्ली को लेकर? अभी तो आंकड़े 41-29 दिखा रहे हैं, 41 इन फेवर ऑफ बीजेपी।
मेरा मामला है भारतीय जनता पार्टी 39 से लेकर 50 सीटों के बीच में आएगी। मैं पहले 46 कहता रहा हूँ, आज तक 46 सीटों के बीच में, लेकिन अभी मुझे पता नहीं है क्या कौन सी सीट का क्या ट्रेंड है, लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी और कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी 50 तक भी पहुंच जाए।
अगर अरविंद केजरीवाल, आतिशी और मनीष सिसोदिया हारते हैं तो इसका मतलब क्या? अंतिम प्रश्न आपसे।
नहीं, मतलब साफ है ना कि यही लोग बड़े चोर थे, यही 2 जेल गए थे, इन्होंने वायदे किए थे, जो एरिया में MLA उनके नाम से जो जीत करा रहा था, तो इसलिए मुखिया ही भ्रष्ट थे, तो इसलिए मुखिया को अगर मार दिया जाए, अगर शतरंज के में प्यादे मारने से कोई लाभ नहीं है, राजा को मारा जाता है तो अपना आप सारे प्यादे मर जाते हैं जी।
रमेश बिदुरी जी, ऑल द वेरी वेरी बेस्ट।
तो जनता ने राजा को मार दिए, राजाओं को मार रही है। ठीक है,
आपको बात ठीक, ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट। नतीजे समाप्त होने के बाद आपसे फिर बात करने की कोशिश करेंगे। थैंक यू वेरी मच। सो 39-31 at this point, Ramesh Biduri saying that the people of Delhi have rejected the false promises of Arvind Kejriwal, and because some of these promises have been made in the past, so the compulsion for the current governments or the incumbents or even the aspirants to continue with the promises while delivering on governance. So celebrations have begun for the BJP. Yes.
Touch 31,
so, and the BJP is slipping below 40.
It's still early. I know that the BJP is celebrating. We saw that in Haryana elections where the Congress was celebrating very quickly. Let's not.
See, I'll tell you one thing. It's post 10 o'clock. I said very clearly, post 10 o'clock you will see reactions. Look at how the Congress is reacting. The Congress has somewhere called the elections for Delhi. They have called the elections saying that the AAP is losing because Manikam Tagore, Alka Lamba, look what they say. Alka Lamba is contesting. No, I'm just saying Alka Lamba is contesting. Alka Lamba is against Ramesh Biduri and Atishi.
So she's saying that he's winning. But my problem with the Congress is this. When it loses, the EVM is to blame. When its competitors, even whether they're in the India bloc, lose, then they deserve it. How is this possible? How is this possible that now they're delighting in the AAP's loss? They're not blaming the EVM. Rahul Gandhi yesterday, and I saw that press conference, there was Supriya Sule on one side and there was another leader from Sanjay Raut on the other. He's sitting in the middle and he says, I'm speaking for all the opposition. Today, is this party speaking for all the opposition? Is he going to speak up for the AAP and say, no, there is something wrong with the EVM, the EC didn't tell us what the overall turnout was, they only gave it to us late. Now, you can't do this.
No. Sharad Pawar's NCP, Sanjay Raut and Rahul Gandhi, these 3 parties are not all the opposition. That's what the thought process within the India Alliance is, where the Trinamool Congress believes, the RJD believes, the Samajwadi Party believes, and now the Aam Aadmi Party believes that we are a better opposition than you are. So that's what.
The war room? See, have you seen any of these top rung of the Congress, as Rahul has pointed out? Where are the top rung of the Congress party? Koi bhi nikla hai? Who has come out and gone to the counting centers or have a war room or talk to the press? Nothing.
Don't you see that there is between Haryana, Delhi and Maharashtra, the Congress localized the entire election management and campaigning rather than having too many of its national leaders being involved. And they are trying to say, okay, you believe locally you will fight and we don't want Rahul Gandhi, you don't want the central leadership to be involved. Try and fight the local elections and show me what you can do. Bhupinder Hooda lost. Nana Patole and Prithviraj Chavan and the rest of the gang, they could not make inroads. And now Sandeep Dixit, and this is what will be told to Sandeep Dixit, Ajay Makan, that you have not been able to deliver. Into the numbers.
A couple of things 40-30 again. So SC reserve seats, I think Nalin had mentioned this. So now I think we're seeing a bit of a change there in SC reserve seats. AAP is leading in 8, BJP in 4. So I think AAP is holding on to some of those Dalit voters. Also want to bring into focus the Purvanchal influence. Purvanchali voters, again, was a substantial AAP base. They still have the lead, but it's just a neck-and-neck thing between AAP and BJP. Much of them on the eastern side of Delhi, it's 13 to AAP and 12 to BJP. So Purvanchali voters and Dalit voters, the AAP seems to be holding on. Let's also quickly check on the Muslim voters, where the Muslim voters are in excess of 30%. Again, in Old Delhi, I see that AAP is... okay, there again, AAP is leading by 2. So out of the 10 seats, AAP 6 and BJP 4, including, of course, in Chandni Chowk and Sadar
But
Bazaar,
in all these clusters, there's been attrition for the AAP. The
Yes,
AAP is holding on, but just barely. There's been
gains
attrition.
for the BJP, significant.
How many rounds of counting? Let's quickly check with Griha. Yes, Griha.
While we are at it, because the rounds are really, beginning to trickle in. Right now we are learning, and this is an interesting update. So far, the biggest lead is coming for a BJP candidate from Mustafabad. So that is something, and the lead is of 16,181 votes. Mr. Bish there is leading. 7 rounds have been counted in Vishwasnagar. BJP has a lead of more than 8,000 votes there. Shahadra 2, this 5th round, BJP has a lead of 4,200 votes. So that is there. Also, we are going to tell our viewers that Delhi Cant is where the results come in first, because there are just about 8 rounds that need to be counted there. Out of there, the 3rd round of counting is on, and BJP has a very slim lead of just 303 votes right now.
Okay, thanks for that update.
Shapur Basti, he's trailing. Mr. Jain, Satyendra Jain, the former health minister, is trailing.
The gentleman who went to jail, you are saying?
Yeah, Satyendra Jain who went to jail. See,
all the jailbirds are having a problem.
Also, Rakhi Birla, former speaker of Aam Aadmi Party, is also trailing.
Is trailing. See, the 4-5 big figureheads of faces: Arvind Kejriwal, Atishi, Manish Sisodia, Satyendra Jain, Gopal Rai, Rakhi Birla. These are the 6 who are central, along with the likes of Saurabh Bharadwaj, Somnath Bharti. Now, this would be the 5 or 8 people of the Aam Aadmi Party who are the big faces. Saurabh Bharadwaj so far has steered clear of any controversy, and he's been working very well in his constituency. Now, if he loses...
He's leading again.
So, he's back in the lead. Saurabh Bharadwaj is in the lead. The rest, Rakhi Birla was speaker, but the other 6 have been part of this entire core Arvind Kejri model of governance, and also the inner control. So Arvind, if he lost control, he depended on Manish Sisodia, Gopal Rai.
The only ones in the AAP
and then there is also Sanjay Singh, who's an MP who's not contesting in this
election. Yes, so the only ones in the AAP right now who are safe are the Rajya Sabha lot.
Yeah, we have to see. But
1 minute.
What does that imply with the people of Delhi? You know what Smita was just saying. Smita was saying a short while ago.
What is the situation in New Delhi?
Kejriwal is right now leading, but by a few hundred votes.
Few hundred votes. Barely by a few hundred votes in New Delhi. But again, there was this entire, if 2 of the 3 who are in the frame.
Now again, Jangpura, Mr. Sisodia is trailing. Mr. Marwa is leading in Jangpura. Again, I don't know the exact margin, but after leading for about 15-20 minutes, again now Mr. Sisodia is trailing in Jangpura.
BJP's Tarvinder Singh Marwa is leading.
But Tarvinder Singh Marwa. So that's what, see, what did you quote Alka Lamba as saying? That Arvind Kejriwal, Sisodia, Atishi, all 3 will lose.
If Arvind Kejriwal loses, then these 2 cannot win. That they will also lose. Ojha is also trailing.
Ojha has been trailing since morning. Patparganj perhaps explains why Mr. Sisodia changed the seat in the first place. Mr. Ojha has been trailing.
Look at the leads consolidate once again. 43 to the BJP, 27 to the Aam Aadmi Party. So as more and more EVMs are opening and more rounds of counting, the BJP is continuing to consolidate itself. It's not losing ground. 43-27. Ramesh Biduri, when he spoke with us, he said 39 to 50 is my range, although I've been saying 46 seats. We may cross 50 or we may touch 50, he said. He said, I don't know how things are opening up, but he was quietly confident that he will hold on to Kalkaji, or he will perhaps be able to punch a hole in Kalkaji and win Kalkaji. But it's a big thing that if your top 5-6 faces of the Kejri model of governance are struggling to hold on to their leads and are just by, barely, and they're in a, give and go here. Now, it's 43. Yes, Nalin, you were wanting to make a point. Yeah,
I want to make a point that now let's wait and see another half an hour for the leads. But one thing is very clear: the BJP has fought this election like a startup. It's an election. It's an electoral behemoth. But see, when the Congress makes gains, it gains often at the expense because other guy is just not performing well, right? What the BJP has done is it's gone into the opponent's backyard and it's really wresting gains from up right from its core backyard. That tells you something about the nature of politics of the BJP at the moment. And what I think in a national context, from June 4 to now, you've had Haryana, you've had Maharashtra, you've had Delhi. You've basically had a full circle. All the gains, all the losses BJP has had, it's kind of recovered those. I would say it's in a stronger position than it, much more stronger position than it was then. And Delhi means it's recovered.
I want all of you to also weigh in on this part that Ramesh Biduri said. He said a promise that's been made already, a dole that's been given, cannot be taken away immediately because that causes dissonance. So we have no other option but to continue the existing dole but deliver a better form of governance. And he said this trend started from the south. He says Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Bengal, Karnataka, they have all started this, and now we have to want to do it because the voter has now been spoiled. He says, हाथ के नीचे पत्थर, पत्थर के नीचे हाथ है तो झट से खींचोगे तो छिल जाएगा. So you got to take it out slowly. You got to wean them away slowly.
Talking about the doles, in the Juggi seats out of 18, it's neck and neck. AAP 9, BJP 9. And I think you're right. I mean, it'll be decided in these
those
Juggi
polls
seats.
that I've witnessed were not wrong. Those internal surveys that the BJP conducted where they said that we're making inroads into the disadvantaged clusters of the city. And we're also gaining in the women vote. We don't know where this is. This is about 15 days before the vote was cast. So they were still waiting for the Prime Minister to hit the ground, and then he made that emotional appeal. And the BJP hadn't still really announced its panoply of benefits that it's not.
See, I also want to talk about the Jat votes, because we underplay the Jat influence in Delhi. Parvesh Verma at the end of the day is a Jat. Maybe he was given the wrong constituency, but look at the outer Delhi constituencies, Narela, Rithala, all of that. These are constituencies that the BJP has never won. And I want to compare this to the 2020 Vidhan Sabha map. Look at all this sea of saffron around the outskirts of Delhi. Let's take a look at how it was in 2020 Vidhan Sabha.
Wow.
Look at that. That entire thing. BJP did not win a single seat in all of these constituencies. Jat dominated seats.
Mr. Biduri made a very interesting remark. And he said that, look, I don't know if you caught on. He said, Sheila Dikshit suffered because of delimitation.
Delimitation.
She made that point. I think the BJP, when you said maybe you not got the right constituency, I think the BJP has been able to go down into every little constituency and figure out the demographics there very accurately, because the way they picked their candidates this time, most of them nameless faceless, by the way. There's a lot of pressure on the Amit Shah, coterie to basically accommodate a lot of known names. They haven't done that. Correct. A lot of their people are unknowns.
See, Parvesh Sharma, Ramesh Biduri, MPs not given tickets, asked to fight MLA elections, one against former Chief Minister, another one sitting Chief Minister. Satish Upadhyay, again going on to take on a high profile candidate. And then Tarvinder Singh Marwa up against Manish Sisodia. The BJP is telling these leaders, we are not going to name you. You perform, you defeat them, then immediately you become candidates for potential chief ministers.
And that's also a way to unite the party. If everyone has a skin in the game, no one is going to pull each other
all
down.
of you have got to beat an incumbent who's been there around for a decade in Delhi politics and is a strong person. So these are all possibilities which the BJP has looked very carefully. But the other point I was trying to make, and I just lost my train of thought there, coming back to the clusters. The BJP seems to have gone and said on ground, I will continue the existing doles, but I'll deliver you better governance.
Yeah.
I will not only give you your free bus, I will not only give you 2,500 rupees. If they are saying 21, I'll give you 25, but I will clean up the Yamuna for you.
And
I will build better roads for you. I will build a Viksit Delhi while giving you. Suman Berry, the chairperson of the Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council after Bibek Debroy, the vice chairperson of Niti Aayog, he told me, he said, Anand, we figured out a model where growth and inclusion can go hand in hand. And that's what we're going to work on. That's what the Prime Minister wants to deliver. So if the BJP has figured that out, then other parties will now have to play catch up on that front.
Because of its fight with the governor and the centre, stopped one of the main benefits for the elderly. There was a scheme that was designed specifically for the elderly. They didn't implement it because they said, we must have first dibs. So they got into that also, kind of...
Yeah, Zaka, I mean, your point of, the Jat belt, the outer Delhi...
he kept saying, Zaka kept saying that this election will be won in outer Delhi.
No, whether Parvesh Verma wins or loses, giving him a seat against Kejriwal sent the message that Parvesh could become the CM of Delhi.
Elevated.
And that sent a message. Also, BJP has given disproportionately more seats to Jat candidates, considering
it's also sending a message to Haryana, na? It's also
Could
sending
be,
a
could
message
be.
back to Haryana.
Could be.
That the Jats have not been forgotten.
Yeah.
And this will also help, it will send a message into Punjab. What's going to happen in Punjab going forward, knock-on effect, if these results hold, the AAP is in serious pressure because the Congress will come, biting at the bits.
Well, if
the
Kejriwal
BJP will want
goes-
to try and make inroads into a place where they steered clear because of SAD and Prakash Singh Badal. So that's not there, that alignment is not there anymore. So the BJP has said, and the Prime Minister in a rally very clearly said, कि देखिए पंजाब का भी नज़ारा बदलेगा. पंजाब में भी परिस्थितियां बदलेंगी. He has said that. So the BJP will move into that direction. There is an eye on Gujarat. You don't want the AAP getting into Gujarat again. You want to keep sure
I want
that the
to
mandate
mention
happens.
in Okhla, Amanatullah is trailing.
Amanatullah.
Chaudhary of the BJP is leading in Okhla right now. And
So that's big.
That is a big statement.
That's big. So 43-27. So 3 short of what Ramesh Biduri said. His expectation is that the BJP will lock on. That is 46. But well clear, very well clear. 7 clear or 8 clear of the halfway mark at 43. It's 10:25.
So are we-
around 11 o'clock. Do you see this further consolidating in favor of the BJP?
Well, if this,
given what's happening
if this
now,
trend holds, yes. And if we are by that time, if you are
Sanjay
in 5
Singh
or
is at
6
Arvind
rounds,
Kejriwal's residence. Yeah,
if
please.
you are at 5 and 6 rounds of counting, and this trend is holding, then yes, the AAP is in trouble.
But Arvind leading in New Delhi?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Okay.
Arvind is leading in New Delhi, but how much we don't know. So we'll have to go back because there's been a
We'll
back
check
and
with
forth
Griha,
there.
yeah.
We'll check with Griha. But if it's 5 or 6 rounds and that trend is holding, it's going to be tough.
So the high women voter turnout that you saw in those 41 constituencies, BJP is leading in 25, AAP only in 16. But all out of 25, 24 are
gains.
pickups from the
From the Aam Aadmi. So the women
gains.
voters have swung in a different direction compared to what many would
Yes.
have thought. Yes, Griha.
Are in fact getting to know that Kejriwal is still maintaining that lead. Right now, the website is still at 343, but we'll get you a fresh update. Do we have an update on New Delhi? Arvind Kejriwal leading by just 223 there.
It's a big thanks for that update there. 223 votes for the
Very.
AAP convener, former Chief Minister of Delhi.
It's looking
someone who
difficult
said-
for him. Looking difficult. He might even lose this. He might even lose this. This is not a resounding, emphatic reassertion of his credibility. This is actually now becoming a problem.
And New Delhi is a small constituency.
Very
It has
small.
barely about 1 lakh voters.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just thinking he'll have to come to the press conference in the evening, which he
Fourth
will.
round is going on in New Delhi.
He's a brave
He's going to blame
politician.
the election commission. He's going to say it was unfair. Let me just preempt what is
No,
going to
no, hang
happen
on.
in
Well,
That's what
Delhi.
I'm saying. That
This
the, and part of the aura of leaders like Kejriwal and Modi also is that they never lose. Like at least in Delhi, Kejriwal has never lost. Like he comes. That's the charisma, right? In fact, when the BJP didn't do as well, 400 par didn't happen. It kind of like shook the thing for a while. Not anymore because BJP keeps on winning again. But that itself, and if you lose your own constituency and then your party loses from such a big majority, you come down to this. How is he going to face it? I don't think he can just say, yeah, he will say there were forces against us. But I think he'll have to say
Third,
that.
Chetan, he lost in Varanasi when he's lost.
Those
he's-
were never expected to win. I mean, he was never expected to win.
But what I'm saying is that he has lost election. It's not as if it's the first time that he's losing. Yes, it's the first time that he's losing in Delhi, which was where the party was born. So that I can understand. But he's somebody who has fought against all odds. He's fought against his own people.
But if he
and
loses
come
his
to this
constituency-
level.
But you're right, because he lost his halo.
Yeah.
In 24, when he says, vote for me and punish those who sent me to jail, and nothing happened.
Normally, Rahul, all jailed CMs come back to power. Normally.
come back to power.
Lalu,
But,
Hemant
Jayalalitha.
Soren, Jayalalitha.
Indira Gandhi.
But
I mean, yes, but they all have resigned.
Chetan has a point.
When they go, they all resign.
Chetan has a point here because generally jail makes you a martyr.
Yeah.
You come back with where people think, oh, this guy has been politically downtrodden and all of that. In this case, that's not worked. The sympathy is not stayed.
Even Naidu Saab.
It actually has hurted his.
Yeah, so many. Normally it's like,
Yeah.
but they all resign. And if you had if there was a time, there was a Prashant Bhushan, there was Yogendra Yadav, there were all these people. I say, you know what, I'll go to jail, but I've got these people, they will run Delhi for you, they'll do a great job, don't worry, I'm in there. That was not the equation, right?
He showed that he was hungry for power, which
Well,
doesn't go with the
call
Aam
it
Aadmi.
hungry, call it insecure, call it whatever. But he was the power, he was the only leader. If he's gone, how will Delhi be run? It was not very clear.
And secondly, there was also, remember, talk that his wife would be the designated, backseat driver. And
there is no...
That was the Lalu Rabdi model that was equated to. The other thing is, he went to jail or he was accused of things that he promised to the people of Delhi he will never do. He said that I don't want a sheesh mahal. I don't want lavish life. I am happy in a 2-bedroom. I don't want bodyguards. I don't want big cars. मुझे तो मेरी WagonR ठीक है जी.
Like it's for the excise policy was.
And he said कि दिल्ली में शराब बंद करा देंगे.
Let's say the fodder scam of Lalu. We haven't ever seen the fodder scam, right? We kind of know that there was a case, but nobody in the country saw. But the excise policy was changed, and it's there for all to see that it benefited these people. So it's
like the 2G policy.
Yeah, now it's a policy change. Whether there was corruption or not, I'm not making any conjectures, but it just puts doubt in people's mind.
No,
something has happened.
Where the doubt did not come because the policy was changed, Chetan. The doubt came because the day the LG said, I'm going to issue an inquiry into this policy, they came back and went back to the old policy.
Yeah.
Why did you do that? If you believe, and 4 days ago, 4 days before that, he had said that this is the best thing for Delhi. And then he went back and said, no, I am taking this back. So I think that's where the whole thing saying that, listen, if this was good for me, why are you taking it away? If it is not good for me, why did you bring it in the first place? And you said you don't want a big house. You don't want lavish. Why do you want, gold-plated taps and, this one?
Jacuzzi.
Jacuzzi and 6 lakh rupees toilets, etc.
Jacuzzis are overrated. Nobody uses jacuzzis. I can tell you one thing. People have jacuzzis. No, I mean, does anyone use bathtubs?
This jacuzzi was a wave maker. Did you see the number of little funnels there that were going to...
Faucets.
It would have been flying in the air if that jacuzzi had gone.
That's a jacuzzi user for you.
Clearly there are fans.
Why does Kejriwal need a minibar? That's just the point. Isn't it?
Hey, don't be a prude.
The optics.
No,
it was so extra. And like I said, what was also extra was the whole WagonR thing in the beginning. Now, if you've gone for it, then stick to it. Like I said, Mamta is the best example. Those chappals never change.
Well, if these, correct. Those chappals never, Ramdev, 7% stakeholder, if not more, of a 50,000 crore company, but he's still Ramdev. No, he's not changed.
Yeah.
That's
so
a reality.
let me give you a source-based information that I have, not verified, but source-based is that somebody gave him a feedback that, that Reynolds pen and that oversized shirt and all, people of Delhi got tired of that. The people of Delhi, fashion savvy guys, they got tired that, how are you going to lead this dynamic city if you're looking so bad? So then came in this puffer jackets and stuff like that, where he looks like muscular and, that I can handle anybody, I can handle that juggernaut of election machinery.
Are you saying that this is
This is source-based, as I'm saying. I don't know whether that was the
reason. So you're saying the Puff Daddy look.
Who is the
Puff Daddy look was all...
but the fact is that Arvind Kejriwal came to power from those people who wear a muffler with this one and a sweater and an oversized shirt. That was the common person of Delhi who said that this guy is there sitting and doing my work.
For granted
I think you don't take voters for granted. The lesson the BJP also learnt in Lok Sabha 2024.
There was a point that somebody made the other day, and it was an interesting one. I think it was right after the budget, the tax cut had come, and people said, this is another way of the left sort of ecosystem now taking the thing out of the tax cut. Don't make me feel poor. Like thinking that badi meherbani ki hai, tax cut, that I need desperately a tax cut. Make me feel that I can go to the next level. Empowered. Now, has that happened with Mr. Kejriwal? Somewhere the aspirational Delhi voter has said...
think about this, right? So, Delhi's per capita GDP 10 years back versus now, even if you assume 7% growth, that's doubled. So, there's not enough poor people.
So you create another
there's just not enough poor people who value these freebies as much. I'm saying there is a certain... I'm just saying the world changes.
See, I'll tell you...
then the BJP would not be.
Delhi is very clear after COVID or before that, there is a very clear thing, especially among the women, among the lower middle income groups or lower middle groups, that they want a free bus, lesser electricity bill, lesser water bills.
But here's what's happening.
Gives them more money in their pocket to pursue their...
Here's what people say. The moment you have 201 units of electricity, the full bill comes. On 200 and below, it doesn't come. So maybe there's enough people who need more than 200 now. For example, for women, some guys have told me they have made it free for women, so they don't walk at all now. they just get on the bus for even one bus stop, and the buses are always crowded. I mean, I'm just saying there are repercussions of all kinds.
There is a strong middle class, tax-paying middle class, who very clearly came out on the day of voting, also said, "ये freebie culture बंद करो." But there is a tabka below that who believe that this helps me.
The BJP is a very poll-savvy party. They are focused on how to win elections. They would not have been upping the stakes.
41-29
By the way, Revdi can I tell you something? I want to end this as a Revdi lover association. You check the price of Revdi on, just Google it. It's the same 600 to 800 rupees a kilo, same as motichur laddu. Say it's high quality sesame ingredients, good ingredients. Why is Revdi so condemned? And Revdi is not cheap. And that is also true that Revdi in real life or in political also not cheap.
He's a real member of the RWA, Revdi Welfare Association.
Revdi is not cheap. Revdi is not cheap.
It looks cheap even metaphorically. When you make these foodies,
it feels like a lean, mean, sweet, but it's not cheap. And the same thing in real life, in policy also, it feels like a lean, mean thing, but it's not cheap because it costs the exchequer. That's what I'm saying.
And maybe to keep people in poverty.
But one thing, that gentleman there, one thing, if these results hold, 41-29, there will not just be song and dance, you would also see Rahul Shivshankar having Daulat Ram ki chart. That's also going to happen today.
Ain't going to happen, man.
It will happen.
The fact that he's not singing.
Quick psychological point.
Rahul is not going to have it. It's all carbs. And
A quick
he'll play one more game of tennis tomorrow.
constituency.
That's what will happen.
My colleague Gaurav from
in
Gaurav
our
Chaudhary, my
office,
colleague, makes an important
Yeah.
psychological point on the New Delhi constituency. The AAPs, right, so far the booths that have been counted have been AAP stronghold booths.
Oh,
There
wow.
are a slight lead.
Wow.
The booths that remain now are BJP stronghold
How
booths.
do you know this?
That's what our reporters are telling us.
Reporter are saying on ground that this 225, 250 vote lead has been on the counting booths which have been Aam Aadmi Party strongholds. Now the BJP stronghold booths are going to be counted. So this is pressure on Arvind Kejriwal unless there is a shift away. Parvesh Verma, the other day when he spoke with her, I'm going to go back to that again, and he said first thing when Rahul only asked him, "Aap jeet rahe hain ki nahi?" He said, "Arvind Kejriwal se pucho, wo haar raha hai." That's what he said.
1000% he said, I'm winning.
And he said 1000% I'm winning, and then he also said 123 booths में से 123 booth हम जीत रहे हैं. That was the confidence Parvesh Verma exuded. Sandeep Dixit also somewhere says Arvind Kejriwal is losing. He's not said whether I am winning or not. He said Arvind Kejriwal is losing. Today Alka Lamba says if Arvind Kejriwal is losing, Atishi is losing, Manish Sisodia is losing. The trends are showing that Kapil Mishra currently is leading from Karawal Nagar. The BJP is strong in 41 seats. Arun Danta joining us from the BJP office. Yes, Arun. Revdi hai, jalebi hai.
Well, Jalebi hasn't ordered yet, but they are going to order it soon. That's what Virendra has told us. Let me quickly show you a glimpse. This is outside the BJP office. You can see these dhol nagaras are already here. Though the workers of BJP still to join them. You can see few of them, 3 or 4 workers around these dhol and nagaras, and this has already been started. In fact, once they will get the permission to go inside the BJP office, then you will see them going inside. But of course, the leaders like Virendra Sachdeva, Harsh Malhotra, they all have started arriving here at BJP office.
So let's contrast this with the AAP office. Let's contrast these pictures, if we can, with the AAP office. Anshul is also there. Arun, stay on with us. Yes, Anshul.
So yes, as you rightly mentioned, there is a drastic contrast out here outside the Aam Aadmi Party office. I'll just try and show you. The stage that was set up this morning is still absolutely empty. Since morning, the only person who has gotten up on stage was the person who went ahead to check the mics over here. And since then, the entire environment over here is right outside the Aam Aadmi Party office is absolutely somber. Just a few moments ago, this news broke that Arvind Kejriwal is leading by a few votes, and then there was a little celebration that happened over here. But at this point in time, neither the workers nor any leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party has yet turned up at the Aam Aadmi Party office out here in the national capital. I'll just try and take in a word from a few workers of the Aam Aadmi Party. भैया क्या लग रहा है ये रुझान देख करके? ऐसा लग रहा है कि इस बार तो बहुत बुरी हार होने वाली है.
ऐसे नहीं लग रहा है. अभी तो है ना अर्ली ट्रेंड्स है. अभी फाइनल हो गए, लेकिन आगे देखिए रिजल्ट विल चेंज.
केजरीवाल जी का भी ज्यादा अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है. 2000 वोट से तीन राउंड के बाद
थोड़ा मार्जिन तो कम रहेंगे, लेकिन जीतते तो आम आदमी
2000 नहीं 223 वोट है.
100%.
223 वोट है, 223 वोट से जीत रहे हैं, वो भी आप स्ट्रॉन्ग होल्ड बूथ्स
से 223 वोट से
We should not jump the guns as of now. We have to wait and watch. अभी टाइम बाकी है, so आम आदमी पार्टी is leading.
All right, okay.
बहुत ही कम मार्जिन है, तो कुछ मार्जिन ही
वो तो पहले से पता है ही, इस बार थोड़ा मार्जिन थोड़ा हर एक का थोड़ा कम ही रहेगा। परवेश वर्मा तो हारने वाला है।
आपको मिला?
हमें नहीं चाहिए, हमें बीजेपी के नहीं चाहिए, हमें केजरीवाल जैसे नेता मुख्यमंत्री चाहिए। हमें क्या है,
तो वोट दिया था आपने, फिर ऐसी कैसे हालत हो गई है?
दिल्ली दिल से केजरीवाल, फिर से आई लव केजरीवाल। बिजली बिल जीरो, केजरीवाल हीरो। बीजेपी देगा धोखा, केजरीवाल देगा मौका। घर घर झाड़ू हुआ, घर भर केजरीवाल।
अब लेट हो गया ये
Good.
पहले
No. Okay, let's. That's a passionate Aam Aadmi Party supporter and an Aam Aadmi Party voter, and they're keeping their hopes up. But like Smita Prakash was saying, that they have got the update. Sorry, Nalin Mehta was saying at Money Control that they've got the update that the booths in New Delhi constituency that have been counted so far have been the AAP strongholds, and that's where Arvind Kejriwal is leading by a slender 224 votes. The BJP stronghold booths could be opened now. Will there be a change in scenario, or will only Pravesh Verma consolidate that lead? We'll have to wait and watch, because that will be the giant killer. Pravesh Verma, if he defeats Arvind Kejriwal and Sandeep Dixit, emerges as a giant killer here. Key race alert as of now, Mr. Kejriwal is leading from New Delhi. We'll see if he holds on to this lead, further strengthens it, and if there is a reversal in the Aam Aadmi's fortunes compared to what's happened in the first 2.5 hours of result day Delhi, battle for Delhi. Still round 4, that's where they are as far as New Delhi, out of 13 rounds, but slowly and gradually, somewhere we can see the shift in the mood and momentum. What the Congress is telling the AAP as it's taking jibes, what the AAP is actually saying at the AAP headquarters in Delhi, and what the mood is at the Delhi BJP office. These pictures speak for themselves. Satyendra Jain was leading earlier, now is trailing. Some key results. Milkipur. Quick update on Milkipur.
Coming from Milkipur.
Paswan is of the BJP is leading. It's a reserved constituency, and Samajwadi Party's Ajit Prasad. He's the son of the
24,000 votes.
Yeah,
that
so
the BJP
clear
is ahead. The grudge match.
Yeah.
The BJP winning that grudge match. Batenge to katenge. Mr. Yogi made that his leitmotif, and it appears that Ramnagari at least is responding to that. This is a big one, big dent really for the India bloc here, because the Samajwadi Party, the Congress, everyone came together, isn't it, Smita?
And in spite of reciting the Hanuman Chalisa on camera and all that, in spite of that, Samajwadi Party has not managed to make a dent. It matters to the people, you know, when the reporters were going there and saying that, "Aap kyun nahi Ayodhya Mandir ja rahe? Why aren't you all going to the Ayodhya Mandir?" These kind of things matter to people. You know, some of us city folk may not understand these deep sentiments which work in the minds of the voters. It does work. It does matter to them, and Samajwadi Party didn't do enough, obviously.
And they've been building up this whole business of how the Kumbh was, horribly managed, and how Hindus have been insulted.
Bodies are floating. The bodies of the dead are floating in the Kumbh. Yeah. It is dirty. How could Jaya Bachchan say this? You know, considering that her husband is from formerly known as Allahabad, now Prayagraj. I mean, her in-laws are from that place. For her to say bodies were floating in the Ganga, I mean, if anybody goes to Kumbh, sees the management, of course an accident has happened, which is terrible, but bodies of the dead floating.
I was there yesterday, day before evening, and yesterday morning I did the dip and the snan at 5:15 a.m. At 5:15 a.m. the ghats on both sides of Sangam and all sides were full with people. And yes, it's crowded, there are terrace traffic, yes, but nobody is complaining. Everybody is finally finding their way to that place, and there is arrangement for everybody.
So how do you explain this Milkipur? And was there resonance amongst the pilgrims there of what the Samajwadi Party was saying? Was there fear
I
that
don't
they were going
think
to be trampled
they are bothered
again?
about who's saying what. It's about what they have decided they want to do. And that's exactly what's happening. You were saying it's a grudge match or not a grudge match. In Uttar Pradesh, on ground, there is a sentiment for Yogi Adityanath, which is very, very positive, because a small city and a temporary city, a city like Prayagraj and also a temporary place like Kumbh city, tent city, to be able to accommodate, facilitate nearly 1 crore devotees on a daily basis.
So this is the second time after the Lok Sabha elections, Anand,
so it's a big story.
Mr. Yogi Adityanath has said what happened in the Lok Sabha was an aberration. It was because of other factors that I could not control. Would you go around with that? Would you say that
Don't you see that manifest? Don't you see that manifest in Haryana, Maharashtra and in Delhi, that there were factors beyond their control that happened, that manifest. After that, look at the bypolls which happened.
Looks like a blip. Yeah.
The bypolls in Uttar Pradesh, what happened there? The BJP came back so strongly and they won even in Samajwadi Party.
This is the second election that Yogi Adityanath would have sort of come out and said, look, you allowed me a free hand, and what happened in the Lok Sabha beyond my control has been now reversed.
What did he speak about when he came to Delhi?
Yes.
He said there is a Yogi model of governance in Uttar Pradesh. Agar UP mein kar sakte hain, to Delhi mein kyun nahi? That's what he turned around and said, as he even further localized the election.
I'll tell you one thing though, 43% vote share AAP, they are not going to be wiped out. They're not gone. I think Arvind Kejriwal, anyway, he likes to talk and like do his thing. He'll maybe even he doesn't have to run Delhi now, so he can get away with more things, saying more things, and grow his national party. It may not be such a bad thing.
Chetan, what do you think he'll do if he's not going to be sitting in the Delhi Assembly?
No, but he can promote the party elsewhere.
No, if he doesn't lose.
For the first time,
even if he wins.
He doesn't lose.
For the first time, his, he will be tested. His maturity and resilience will be tested. He has never lost.
Yeah.
In his territory, he has never lost. This is the first time that if he loses, he will sit out his maturity. Nalin was talking about BJP acting like a startup, like a nimble startup which learns its lessons and, course correct.
So come back to that question that you raised, Anand. The question that you asked, is this a pro-BJP vote, anti-AAP vote? Is it somewhere in between? And secondly, just to ask you this, I want to